the truth about beer.
All the crap that we're interested
All
in.
the crap that we're interested in. I'm Keith Davidson.
I'm Papa Joey Stay.
I'm Tim Rice.
Searching for
the truth.
Exploring the unexplained.
Investigating the paranormal. Subscribe now.
Hit the alert button.
Hit the alert button so you don't miss an episode. Welcome to The Truth
About beer.
and...
Well, here we are.
Yeah, The Truth About Beer and...
Atlantis.
Atlantis. Oh.
Oh, you playing it through there again? I can hear it.
I can.
Well, we can always hear it. Shut that thing off, will you?
Hey, there's the Bob
I still hear
Lazar
it.
thing.
Oh, you found it?
Well, it's on
Hey,
Facebook.
welcome everybody.
Welcome.
We're back again with our... Is this our fourth live show?
I think so.
I think it's our fourth. I think we decided it was our fourth live show. Yeah.
A fourth live show with the third live
with Tim.
Tim.
Right.
Third with me.
All right.
3 times the charm.
I'm going to launch Facebook again and see if I show up.
I think you should.
There it is.
And if you look down in the right-hand corner of our screen, we have Shaylin and Caesar helping us out tonight.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Wendy's on already?
Yeah.
Hey, Wendy. So, yeah, we're talking... we've been kind of teasing this episode a little bit. We
Just
decided
a little bit.
to do Atlantis.
Atlantis.
I love Atlantis.
I do too. I've been there. It's like got a water slide and not in Nassau.
Oh, you're talking about the casino?
Yeah, it's
No. I wish we'd find the damn place.
We'll build a slide there.
Bring a jacket.
So we got a couple of things going on tonight. We're going to try something new tonight. You can see on the bottom of the screen in the middle, we have a phone number now that you can call us with a good story, if you have a good story. You see the phone? Oh, you're way behind there.
I had to hit the start button.
Oh, okay. Oh. And we can't go off of that.
Now we're live.
Okay,
Oh, wow, and our camera's way off.
Now it's fine. It is?
Are we 10?
Well, there's a lot of space on your side.
Oh, is there?
6,
We can tweet that.
That's all right.
Caesar can tweet that a little bit, maybe in a little bit.
2, 1.
What are you catching up there?
We're more than 10.
Yeah, I think it's usually about a 10-second delay.
Oh, there we go.
But we don't notice it. And they don't notice it, so we shouldn't even say we have a delay.
I'll just answer the questions
Okay.
a little slower.
Good, answer the questions.
So you can just bring it this way just a little bit. Not much.
You're not going to see it for
I'm
10
not going to see it for 10 seconds.
We got some adjustments happening here. We're making some adjustments. Now we got to wait till it catches up.
Okay. Well, we can't wait too long.
I know. So how you doing, Tim?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
We're good.
I missed you last week.
Been really excited to do this episode. So
Me too.
We had fun last week.
we
What
did.
What was last week?
We were over at the Superstition Skies. And
Oh,
did
that's right. That's
a live
right.
paranormal investigation. For those of you that tuned in, we really appreciate that.
I like the way you said we can't tell you where we are. Guess where we are.
That lasted all of 10 seconds.
Yeah. We just don't want people rushing the place,
Right. Well,
to join us on our investigation.
there's only a
But
couple of people that know that background.
Well, I think once we sat in the Elvis booth and we disclosed it was the Elvis booth, it was kind of like, yeah, we need to give it away now. So, oh well.
Yeah. And we caught some really cool stuff.
We did.
This
We
last
really
time.
did. And we got to go up in the upstairs where we'd never been allowed before.
No, and it was
That was
pretty
crazy.
freaky up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dead birds.
Well, you felt kind of weird. You said you felt weird. He felt weird in the stomach, like somebody grabbed his intestines.
And that's usually what happens to me when I get
I think you
to
said
where there's some
your
real heavy.
pressure?
Yeah, if it's someplace where there's a really heavy presence,
Was it good or
it's just-
bad?
I can't really say. I mean,
No, really, you can.
I didn't like it because I'd
so then it
rather
was
just
bad.
feel,
You would have
good.
known if it was
But the thing
bad.
is, if I'm feeling good, then I'm not really having the experience.
Right.
So I'll take the bad
With the
Just-
good.
Was it good?
with the good
Right.
Cool.
because I like having the
At
experience.
least you
so-
got something. That's just fantastic.
yeah
I got a headache.
in the same spot. I mean, he
There's
could,
one spot.
That means something.
And it was a sharp. It was like somebody putting a dagger in the side of my head. And it was only in that one spot. So it was weird.
move away from that, and he was fine.
I was fine. Yeah,
Very
interesting.
And someone was playing with Lindsay's hair,
Yep.
and so I went over there with the K2, and it lit right up to
I
red.
saw that.
That thing was spiking all
It
the way
was
up.
crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts.
So
pretty
definitely
cool.
something going on right there. So yeah, it was a really cool experience.
Yes, we're gonna have a lot more of those coming up in the future because we really enjoy doing those. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. But we have kind of a packed show tonight, don't we?
We really do.
we better get on it.
I don't even know how to start.
I know. So we're gonna do our drawing tonight. We're gonna do the t-shirt drawing and the drawing for the zombie gnome.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can see, we have a few of our gnomes up here.
Oh, and down in the right-hand corner, say hi to Shaylin and Caesar.
Oh,
Wave, you guys.
Hi.
they meant that right hand corner.
Hello. Did that one happen this
The
time?
right-hand corner of my screen.
I get my left and my right mixed up. Anyway, but no, in our corner over here, we have a new gnome.
We
Love the
do.
I
Bigfoot.
don't
Love
think that
it.
was here last time. Was
That
it?
was awesome.
Yeah.
He's got a better butt than you guys did, though. Remember the gnomes?
Yeah,
where
well,
you had the
I didn't
butts?
bring them out.
Well, how the hell can
Someone
you see
said
it?
our-
It's hairy?
It's going to be a whole
Actually,
different
it was
conversation now.
Shaylin. She said our table was too messy.
Yes, I did. And I'm glad that it looks very clean. I'm an OCD person. I get it from you.
When was it too messy?
With all this stuff up here,
Oh, okay.
it looks
Oh,
very
okay.
clean.
Okay.
I love
So-
it.
So yeah, we have more gnomes. I just brought out
The basics.
the basics. So we have our zombie, our ghost, our alien abduction, and our Bigfoot.
Speaking of Bigfoot,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
do we want to tell them?
Go ahead. Do it.
Well, yeah. I
So
think
in-
so. We can tease that one.
In 2 weeks, we've taken a road trip, another road trip up to the Mogollon Rim in search of
The Mogollon monster. That just gives me the chills.
I know,
Can't
that's
wait.
awesome. It's gonna be so much fun. And I'm sure we'll find some other paranormal stuff up there too, in the woods, hopefully. So
It's up where Travis Walton was, too.
yeah.
So, well, up on the rim. I don't know if it was up there. But
What are you
that was
telling me?
my
We're gonna get
neighbor and
abducted
everything.
now?
I wouldn't mind.
Wasn't there? There's
I already got
200
hurt.
miles of rim, isn't there?
Yeah, it goes from California to or
To New Mexico, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of rim.
it's a lot of, where are we going to start? We'll start. in
I
the
won't
middle.
say it.
We'll pick a spot and start. So a little bit about the beers we have tonight. We have a couple of different beers. We have Big Wave Golden Ale, and then we have some other winter ale. I haven't looked at the bottle yet, but
Mahalo.
Mahalo.
Hello.
But it's by Elysian, the same beer we had with the spitting dust or whatever it was a couple of weeks back.
Space dust.
Space dust. Right, that's what it was.
Artichoke.
So,
It was the artichoke.
so the reasoning behind that is because of tonight's episode. So we're talking Atlantis, and for anybody who's ever followed Atlantis over the years and the mystery of it,
What was their biggest hit? Oh no.
I'm not talking about the band.
Was there a band called
Atlantis? There's a record company called Atlantic, but but there's a lot of theories on Atlantis and what happened. It's even been said that Plato was full of shit and there really was never an Atlantis.
That's one of the 11 theories.
Then you know what?
You have 11
So
theories?
we have a lot of things in common with Plato.
We do.
Well, I don't know. I'm sure he was a
Was
lot
he
smarter.
drinking when he was full of shit? That's not funny.
No,
He wasn't drinking.
no, he wasn't.
No,
Well,
I
he
believe
probably
you. There's
was.
10
He
theories.
probably drank beer.
Not including Atlantis, so it's 11 theories.
So I actually wrote out 6 of them. I guess these are the
6
six
theories?
most popular, the top 6 hits of Atlantis, I guess you would say. So,
And coming in at number 6.
we're starting at 6.
Oh, I don't
Well,
know.
that-
Are they?
that was
Do they
where-
get more dramatic because you?
Well, if we start at
Count down.
6, that's where Plato
we already
was
started
full
at
of shit.
6, Yeah. So we've covered 6.
So 5 says that Atlantis is a story of a Minoan civilization which flourished in the Greek islands circa 2500 to 1600 BC. Historians believe that around 1600 BC, a massive earthquake shook the volcanic island of Thera, or Tira, I don't know how you say that, triggering an eruption that spewed 10 million tons of rock, ash, and gas into the atmosphere. So apparently a tsunami close followed that, and that's what swallowed the island of Atlantis.
And I believe it's referred to as the Pillars of
Hercules.
Yes.
And that's another one.
Which they're finding underwater. There's amazing pictures. You have to check them out.
I think that's number 3. Well, don't they say one of the pillars are in Gibraltar? I believe I read.
He didn't tell me.
Oh, he didn't tell you? I thought you had.
There is a pillar in Gibraltar. It's Santorini? No.
Yeah, I believe it is. I don't think I have that written down there.
The island of Santorini.
Yeah.
Believed to have been Atlantis at one time.
Could be. I don't have that one written down here. But that works. I think I read that somewhere.
No, I believe you're correct.
So 4 was the story of Atlantis, a mythical retelling of the Black Sea flood. So they all go back to a flood. And that, I wanted to touch on that real quick because it's a point that you brought up a while back. You have actually mentioned it several times that the Earth has been destroyed over and over and over again. And I think the popular belief about Atlantis was they were a very technologically advanced civilization.
Yes.
Not necessarily from here.
Right.
Right. And what happened was, and this is based on Plato's tellings, is that they got too powerful, too technologically advanced.
They genetically experimented too much.
Right. They became greedy.
Yes.
They lost morality.
They tried to play God.
And Zeus and some other gods decided that they needed to be destroyed.
Punished.
Right.
And flooded them.
Hence earthquake and floods. So
that is correct. That's what we've been taught.
Swish.
For many, many, many years.
But there's a lot more theories now coming out.
There's a lot more. Mm-hmm. You have South Africa, the Devil's Eye. The way Plato described the Devil's Eye is a 2,500 kilometer circle that had earth, water, earth. And they have recently, not recently, but they have discovered a place over in Africa. They refer to it as a Devil's Eye, and it's earth, water, and it's exactly 2,500 kilometers wide, which is what Plato said it was. And so it's very interesting. I mean, the pictures are really, really cool.
So when you look at any of the pictures of Atlantis that you find on the internet, it is that series of canals and tributaries that circle the main part of the island, I guess would be the capital or whatever.
Some theories believed
temple.
it was land built on water. Other theories believed it was land and the water was incorporated. So there's the verdict's out.
So it didn't have a connection to the ocean, or it did have a connection to the ocean?
They believe they used the ocean to create the canals. That's one theory.
Right.
The other theory is they came in and built Atlantis on top of the ocean, which
So it was floating.
It's floating.
well, yeah, it's like I think it was in the Bahamas or the Bermuda Triangle. They built it on, it was floating.
Interesting.
I mean, there's many theories.
Who we got on? We got anybody on? Got a lot of people on?
Actually, we've got Jennifer, and she says,
There was someone on
wait.
Instagram
Where
that
did
we
it
don't
go?
know who it is.
Oh,
And we're trying to figure out who it is, but they're asking about
so,
Caesar.
well, Jennifer and Sam are both watching. That's cool. Hello. And Wendy's on, and Darren's on,
Hey, guys.
and Michelle's on, and Jason's on. And
You guys got your fans. Your typical
and your mom's on.
TTBA.
My mom's on. Hi, Mom.
And Rebecca's on.
Hey, guys.
Thanks for joining us, man.
So we'd love to hear your theories on Atlantis, see what your thoughts are, and throw them in your comments there, or if you want to call in to our number. What's our number there, guys? I can't read it from here.
480-331-5184.
This is going to be a disaster.
So yeah, we haven't even
We're trying to-
experimented with this yet, so we don't know if this is going to work, but
It'll be fun.
I'm excited.
it'd be cool to take some phone calls. That'd be cool.
Jason says hi.
Hi, Jason.
Hi, Jason.
So
Heck,
yeah,
we're going to take one of Jason's ideas for a future episode.
we are. Absolutely, we are.
Yeah.
That was the Philadelphia experiment.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
That'll be a fun one.
Very
That'd be
good
really cool. So good call, Jason. We'll definitely do that one in the future.
If
Near
you guys
future,
have any
hopefully.
ideas, let us know. We'll look into that.
It's not too late to subscribe to our channel. We still encourage it because we are going to have another drawing after tonight because we're going to have to hit another milestone. Did we say that was 500? Was our next milestone?
Yeah, we hit a milestone.
Let's do 1,000.
Just waking up every day.
We're going big. We're going big. We're going to 500.
500.
Yeah.
That sounds really good.
But we have to come up with a prize for that.
Yeah. And we have a different kind of contest we're going to do for the
Yeah.
next part.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to be doing our drawing tonight for
T-shirt.
for our first 100 that we got. So, yeah, got a T-shirt for
Well, the T-shirt
for the
will be for
last
the
25
right.
that subscribed, and then the whole first 100 subscribers are in that same drawing for the zombie gnome.
So Shay can hold up the little tin there. We got the first 25 in there. We'll do that drawing here in a little bit. And then we'll throw them all back in for the 100 and see what we get. So that'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, we were doing a test on the next phase of how we're going to do the contest. So Jay, who does our webmaster dude, we're going to have him come on and explain the whole thing. I think
so too.
To launch that one, but it'll get everybody in, or well, if you want to be involved, involve you in helping us grow the channel. And
What's cool about what he set up is it kind of keeps score as you go.
Yeah.
That's what's cool. So there's a definite winner.
yeah, so we did a little contest between what we call our TTABA
Team.
team,
Tank.
where our think tank.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Michelle kicked all of our butts.
She did. She really did.
Yeah, she did.
I think she cheated. What?
What?
She got the kids involved too.
Yeah, she
Just
did.
saying.
So,
Wendy says our audio is crackling a little bit.
how's that doing? It's not crackling in my head, so it must be going to the computer.
Must be hers.
Something with Facebook.
I'm
Something
sorry.
with
that was-
Facebook,
that was-
possibly.
Facebook?
Could be.
Let us know if it continues.
Does it happen when we all talk or just one of us?
Oh, John Lily's watching. Hello, John.
Hey, John.
Craft Beer With Me joined
My
on
brother-in-law.
Truth About Beer and on Instagram.
Craft beer with me?
Craft Beer With Me.
I like that
Awesome.
name. Hello, craft beer with
Hello,
me.
craft beer
Yeah.
Awesome.
with you.
Very cool.
That's
We got-
awesome.
we it's funny. We have a lot of Instagram followers too. We have 1,700 Instagram followers.
Wow.
So it's good that they join us every now and then too. So
Yeah.
very cool. So back to Atlantis.
Number 3. No, I'm kidding.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
well I don't have to go through all.
You
of
don't
this,
have to
but-
go through all of them.
No.
John
Phelan, yep.
Phelan asked, "Is Keith drinking a clear liquid?"
Not anymore.
Hey! Don't take my water. I'm balancing
water.
it because before we started the show, I had a 9.9 ABV beer, and I need to stay.
these are only 4,
I need to
so-
stay somewhat sober throughout the episode. So
Oh, I don't know. It
was
gets more exciting.
that was actually a beer left over from our episode we just recorded, which will be really fun when it comes out. So I don't know if you knew this, but we did an episode on gnomes.
Really?
You say what?
You said what? Where's
So,
the
so
where
all
the
right,
crickets
all right,
at?
all right, all right. So I'm a little green on gnomes. Explain to me a
So
gnome
are
just
we.
real quick.
We're doing it was more of the cryptid version of the gnome.
It was a fun episode. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
It's not zombies or anything, right?
No.
We're not
They're
talking
little
about
figures that sit outside of a country ranch.
But it
These
is,
are gnomes.
but it is trolls,
Yes.
leprechauns,
fairies
elves.
even.
fairies,
okay,
elves,
so it's
and
based
gnomes.
on.
You know what we didn't bring in?
What's that?
The gremlin.
Ooh,
Ooh,
that's right.
I didn't
Yeah,
think
we
about
didn't even think
him.
about that. We brought in Snuffleupagus. I don't know. why.
That's right.
No, but it's we actually tied it back to the concept of the different alien species. So it was kind of cool.
That's cool.
So we kind of tied it all together, which was nice.
Yeah, they're
Did you
subterranean.
say Snuffleupagus?
Hello.
Well, I think Joey posed the question, "What the hell is Elmo?" And we started talking about Sesame
Yeah.
Street characters.
Yeah, we didn't know how to classify
A
what
lot of
Elmo
things
was.
got brought up that day.
Yeah, we had a camera mishap too, which was kind of cool.
Cool.
You'll see that on the episode. I'm not going to spoil that. So anyway, back to
Sorry, I missed that one, but I'm gonna study gnomes now.
yeah, it's pretty
Well,
cool.
yeah. We're into the cryptid stuff.
National Gnome Day, June
Yeah.
21st.
National Gnome Day.
21st, yep. Get your gnome.
Oh,
Right here, BS Designs.
If you have a picture of your gnome, please submit it.
unless it's.
I did a selfie with a gnome.
oh.
Did you know him?
There he goes. That didn't take long, did it?
That was terrible. I'll shut up now.
We're talking about
We're
Atlantis.
talking about Atlantis. We're getting way off topic here. No, the reason I brought that up was because of the beer that I had. It was left over from the gnome episode, so that's why it was such a
Oh
high.
yeah, everything ties together.
Everything ties together.
Yeah, that's right. There are probably gnomes in the gardens in Atlantis.
Hi,
Well,
Lisa.
it was a
Probably.
rainforest.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
So you guys tell us what you think, because there's different theories. And
No, gnomes aren't creepy.
There's. All right. Are we?
We're back in
We're
We're back in
back, I'm
Atlanta. Sorry. I'm just kidding.
I passed it on.
No, I know.
Oh, okay. Or was there one more?
So go ahead.
I can't remember. Okay.
What were you saying? You were saying something.
I said there's different theories on Atlantis.
Yes.
There's the old theory of it was a sunken city. The new theory, because of technology and satellites and what we're finding out about Antarctica, is that it may have been Antarctica. And we're finding out a lot of information that we didn't know before. So it's kind of moved the map from, from the Bahamas, from South Africa to the Antarctic.
Well, originally, the first Atlantis map, and I think we have it up there, you guys can bring it up, is it shows it up in the North Atlantic.
Exactly.
And I thought that was kind of interesting because it keeps getting further south as we go along. But
Plato had it in Santorini.
I think that's where Santorini comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Is that by Sublime?
You're still on the band thing.
I
Are we still on gnomes?
Oh no, I don't remember.
We're back on
I don't know them.
If only you know them. Anyway,
Okay.
so Antarctica. Okay.
Antarctica is a new theory that it was Atlantis. It was the technology got out of control. Extraterrestrials came down and punished them by freezing the thing under 3 miles of ice. Nobody knows anything about Antarctica up until I think Hitler started doing expeditions to Antarctica and found a very, very, very good interest in it. Nobody knows why, or some people know why, but they're starting to find images that are coming through the ice as the ice is melting. They're finding structures. They're finding pyramids. They're finding layouts of land and stuff. So it brings to question: was Atlantis Antarctica?
So I watched a really cool story the other day, and I thought you would find this pretty fascinating. Sorry, Joey. Were you
No,
gonna say
I
something?
was hoping you were going to bring that up
Yeah.
next. So yeah.
So
Cool.
there was a scientific expedition, I guess you would say, where they went and they decided to drill down into the ice. And they drilled down quite a ways. I want to say it's a couple miles down. They drilled down and they cored out some of the ice. What they had pulled out when they pulled the drill out was remains, root systems of like a rainforest. They found actual intact roots.
Amazing.
So,
It's not a tropical place.
but it was at one time.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing.
So we may have a whole different story besides Atlantis. It could have been a civilization that we don't know about. I mean, the theories are now that it could be Atlantis, but there could be many, many possibilities.
So if you follow Plato's theory was Atlantis sank in 9600 BC.
Correct.
Okay. So if we pull up your the map you talk about all the time was the 853 map.
The 853?
So Caesar, pull up that 853 map. Let everybody see that one, which is kind of cool.
So-
because-
So it was when he said it's like.
Plato, if you read Plato's, he said it was 9600 BC, right after the last ice age ended.
Well, okay. Well, the last ice age ended in 11700 or 11600. So that period between 12,800, where we had the big comet, that started the new ice age. say, how did the comet start a new ice age?
How did
But
the comet start a new ice age?
Blocked out the sun.
blocked out the sun, yeah. So it was like a nuclear winter. Yeah. And so that period was, they say, about 900 years was the Younger Dryas period. And so it would have been right after that. And so, yeah, I guess, if the ice age coming to an end and there's probably big reservoirs built up behind ice shelves, so those ice shelves give way, yeah.
Look at that map, that 853 map. It's pretty incredible.
Do we still have it up?
You have a question?
Hi, Lindsay.
No sound.
What's that?
Instagram has no sound.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
Can they lip read?
But help.
We tested it before.
I have 2 comments that say Instagram has no sound.
Okay. Stand by, Instagram.
Hold please. Hold please.
I know sign language. There was an iron.
Yeah, it's weird because I tested the mic before and it was working.
Plug in there.
So it's in the left channel. I'm going to step away for a second.
You can step away for a second, and then we'll continue to talk about that, though.
John's saying that some professor is trying to discount Plato and Atlantis, but the professor is from the U of A, so you can't believe him. That's funny.
I think a lot of people try to.
Oh yeah, they thought he was a
Plato.
freak, just like Nostradamus and
Nothing's still going.
other guys.
Tesla.
Tesla,
Tesla.
Nostradamus,
all the other freaks in history.
all the other freaks. Yeah.
Yeah. But, so here's the thing about if you're going to try to discount what Plato said, though, and you go back to the Epic of Gilgamesh, they all talk about what you talked about, too. They all talk about floods.
Something with
Yes, that's in every culture all over the world.
Right. They all,
So-
and that's true. The Chinese history.
So if Plato's crazy,
everywhere.
then everybody else.
Then
is.
everybody else is crazy.
Exactly.
Because then none of the floods ever happened.
Or they went to UA.
They went to U of A.
All right, so I missed that. So it's U of A.
So John was saying a professor at U of A was trying to disprove Plato's theory,
Okay.
but not to listen to what anybody.
But the
from U of A
professor went to
said.
UA, so you had to be
So
wrong.
how about the professor from Boston University, Professor Robert Schoch? He's fascinating to me.
Shocking.
It is shocking.
Let's talk
Tell me
about
the
him.
story.
About Robert Schoch? Well, I mean, he talks a little bit about Atlantis, and there were, besides Atlantis as a civilization, we got to talk about Göbekli Tepe.
Tepe. Yes.
Tepe, yes, because that dates back to about the same period.
Yes.
And and that's something that they have found. So for those naysayers of Atlantis being a possibility because it's too old, then no, it's not, because here's a civilization that they have found, and they've dated back to that period.
I think with future our technology getting the way it is, I think one day we will have this answer. It's going to be interesting.
Look at Troy. For years, Troy was just a myth
A legend.
until they uncovered it,
Right.
and now it's not.
And even Sodom and
So-
Gomorrah, they're believing they found those too. So
John said, good point about the floods. If you see the displays at the Grand Canyon, it talks extensively about the flooding.
That's true. That is true.
The whole
that is true.
canyon, yeah. And talk about some really cool stuff dealing with the floods is going to Washington State, and there's an area that it's like 20 times the size of what Niagara Falls is, that would have been it would have been a fall like that,
Right.
waterfall. It was 20 times the size.
But it's now eroded.
But it's now running. It's
Right.
dry now.
Right,
But
right.
Created the
because
Great Lakes
they
and-
say that whole big flood that ran through was gone in 2 weeks. But in those 2 weeks,
And it left the Mississippi River.
Rebecca said we need to talk about the band Tesla.
I didn't know you're into Tesla, Rebecca.
So if you know, we live out in the desert, okay, and I've been to Palm Springs. I've been, through that area where they have the Salton Sea, and I've heard stories over the years that they have found fish fossils out here in the desert,
shells, fossils,
mollusks
all
and
those
stuff.
ites.
So how can we?
No, well, I don't know. Either the whole world was flooded at one time and this exists everywhere, or the changing of the continents that moved around changed everything.
Shifting in the crust.
Shifting of the crust,
Right.
which they believe, that's one theory, that Atlantis went underwater when the shifting of the crust happened.
Right.
But I believe that even in Texas, they're finding fossils of microbia, or
Microbial?
the crustaceans and stuff like that. So at one time, the Earth may have been flooded, so that you can find that anywhere. But places that used to be wet or dry, places that are dry used to be wet. That's a theory. So finding these artifacts and these things in dry places and desert places is not very shocking.
Right. No, but to discount that
You can't discount
that the floods ever happened or we were filled with water at one time is
those flood deniers, you have a problem.
Well, I mean, one of the theories too,
It's recorded in
it
every
wasn't,
culture.
but it wasn't that the flood happened at the same time in all areas. That each area, because the water's moving. So yeah, that's basically what I heard.
So it was Charles Hapgood.
There's not enough water to cover the whole Earth at the same time.
That's right.
If it rained for 40 days and 40 nights, it would not be enough.
I don't think it rained for 40 days and 40 nights.
It's done that here before, I think. No, it hasn't.
I mean, yeah, it could,
in Washington,
but I don't think
it
that
has.
would have caused the
Washington.
flood. I think there was a lot more things that would have caused it to flood
Right.
than
Yeah.
just rain.
Right.
But a pole shift.
It only rained for 22 days straight. Let's get it right.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, how is everybody tonight?
Good. So if you listen to Charles Hapgood, he wrote a book in 1958 called Earth's Shifting Crust, displacing Antarctica from the northern location to the current South Pole. So then it further goes on to say that if Antarctica was Atlantis, that the indigenous, the Atlanteans, as they were called, would not have been able to adapt to the climate. They would have died off.
Right. So they believe that the people were naked and until they got cold, and then they used animal skins to cover themselves. But the very first popular belief is man or human was naked completely. And then we get the changing of the poles and the earth, and then that's when we begin to use animal skins. Because I think at one time they think the earth was all like one temperature.
Imagine that.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
I'll take 70
Then there wouldn't
degrees
be
every
any-
day.
yeah. I absolutely would.
Yeah.
But there wouldn't be any popular
That's
place
right.
to go.
That's right.
Where you're at.
No
Hey.
vacation spots.
Yeah. Where you are is, hey, this is where it's at. So,
You can go down the Bermuda Triangle, though, because that's the other place that Atlantis was
Bimini
built.
Road.
Yep. So they found a roadway and some walls, I think, under the ocean, didn't they?
Some scientists believe they were natural formations. Others believe they were 25-foot squares at 150 or a mile and a half long. Don't know. I've seen them. I mean, not personally. I mean, I've seen the
National Geographic specials.
all of the specials, even the ancient alien specials. They're pretty impressive. But if they could be natural formations, we don't have enough proof. But
Well, but why do we stop at Atlantis? There could have been several ancient civilizations that perished, you know what I mean, under the water. I mean, it doesn't
Many.
just stop at Atlantis.
many.
I mean,
This is just as far
Right.
back as we can trace.
right. And if you bring up the, did we bring up your 853 map already? I think we did, didn't we?
Yes.
So if you bring
853
up
map.
the Piri Reis map, it's very similar to the 853
Yeah, let's go to the
map.
Go
So
to that map
it shows the valleys and the rivers and the lakes
and the mountain
in
ranges.
Antarctica, and it wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago that it was published, but we don't know if it was that long ago that it was translated from many, many thousands of years before. It's hard to say.
So is there a timeline when you say it was? I've heard the term flash frozen by the aliens, by extraterrestrials.
I don't think we'll know. I believe it's possible. I mean, that seems to be the only reason this could be happening with Antarctica. It had to have been flash
It's
frozen.
been pretty quick anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because the ice age freezing everything. I don't know. I'm thinking.
Well, I
it was
mean, I think the thing that's kind of fascinating I wish I would have wrote down the exact location, but in the Middle Eastern part of the world, where they're finding, subterranean type of civilizations,
Right.
Yes.
Right.
that I think a lot of people probably that did survive would have had to have survived
Underground.
underground.
Yeah, underground.
Yeah.
That's a whole
And-
different episode.
Yeah, it would be.
Yep.
But as they came out to the thawing earth and kind of repopulated on the top side, it makes me wonder how many there could be that have still remained
Many
subterranean.
people believe there's still hollow Earth. The hollow Earth theory is very, very popular.
So the only reason I don't subscribe to the shifting crust theory is because, okay, let's say that truly happened. Let's say Antarctica broke off of wherever it broke off from. I think if you look at the maps, you can see, didn't it break off from Africa? I
Yeah.
think it kind of.
They all kind of
Or we
coincide.
kinda
Though.
fit
It's like a
together.
puzzle.
Yeah.
So my thought on that is, if it did break off, how long would it take for Antarctica to float to where the South Pole currently is, and how long would it take for that freeze to take effect? It would take years.
Yeah, unless it was instant due to extraterrestrial
Right.
involvement,
Right.
which I can't think of another reason how that could happen. I mean, it's 26,000 years, the precession of the Earth. The Mayans recorded that the New Age would start in 2012, but there's many civilizations that talk about the history of the floods and the ice age and everything, but that doesn't explain Antarctica.
John asked, with Plato writing about Atlantis, wouldn't it make sense that it would be more likely in the Mediterranean?
Well,
Yeah, like I said, there's 11 different theories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I thought Plato puts it around the Mid-Atlantic, though.
11.
Because it's further away from the Mediterranean, where that is.
Some people put it.
But it depends where the Pillars of Hercules are, because that's where Plato describes
In
it,
Greece.
between the Pillars of Hercules.
Yeah. Now, if you had a pizza and you had a lot of marinara on one side of the pizza, and there was part of the pizza that was kind of dried out, that's where it would break. It would at your crust. It would crack right there,
Right.
without the plethora of marinara in that area.
We're back to the crust theory.
Yeah. So
the shifting of the crust.
yeah. So the areas that stayed moist with the marinara, they were good, but the dry
Shifted.
the dry shift.
Okay.
It cracked.
Again, not a world thing. It had to
Joey,
be an individual-
just because you want pizza, I mean, you
Yeah,
can
now
just
you're
say
making
you
me
want
hungry.
pizza. You don't have to hint at it.
No, I'm hungry.
I like it loaded.
None of us ate, so we're all hungry.
Plenty of marinara everywhere, loaded with everything. Yeah. And you need cheese because cheese holds it all together, right? Okay.
All right, so how many people do we have watching right now?
11 on Facebook and
11 on
us
Facebook.
on Instagram.
12. 12 on Facebook.
Us on Instagram.
Instagram pooped out because no volume, so probably.
But I think we got that.
We got the volume fixed.
We got the volume fixed. All right, cool. So we have 11 people. Is that including us watching? Whoever's watching.
Well, Jay was on. I was going to say hi, Jay. But,
John,
he,
Wendy, and Rebecca also pizza.
Rebecca?
yeah, see, it's a pizza party.
No,
Pizza and beer.
So I want to do a poll with whoever's on right now. I want to know who thinks Atlantis is in Antarctica, and who thinks it's in the Bermuda Triangle or somewhere in the North Mid-Atlantic.
That
I
would
wanna
be very
See
interesting.
what happens with that poll.
Remember, we still have South Africa and everything like that. But
Right.
our theory, our topic tonight is Atlantis and
Right.
Antarctica.
Antarctica,
So this is newfound evidence. So it's worth. I mean, what do you guys think? Is it frozen or was it sunken?
Well, as you saw in the intro, the little pictures we had in there. Now, as the ice is melting in Antarctica, they're finding pyramids. They're finding structures.
It's amazing what they're finding.
Finding other
And
structures.
there's a lot
Yeah.
that we don't know that they found. I mean, there's so much that they found that we will not know about for a
Well,
long
there's
time.
a no-fly zone
Yes.
over Antarctica.
And a military transport once carried an officer that was in critical condition, and they defied the no-fly order and went over the
saw that
no-fly
story.
zone and discovered a huge 300-foot hole.
The hole? Yeah, I
that
saw the hole,
appeared to be
too.
going
Down.
right into the earth. Yeah. So
So we got one for the Mediterranean. John says Mediterranean.
Okay.
Has got anything else to say?
Come
Really?
on. Let's hear your
Come on.
thoughts.
Come
We
on,
wanna hear your
guys.
thoughts. If you guys want to call in, we have a phone number now. We'll take phone calls.
That's scary.
Shay is
That's
dying
just
to
so
take a
scary.
phone call. What's our phone number, guys?
480-331-5184.
It's right there on the bottom of your screen. So we'd love to hear from you. Give us your opinion. We love your guys' opinion.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, because I'll be the first to admit that for what I believe in, but I know either I'm right or I'm wrong. So that means
You
it's
don't
a
know what you
50-50
believe in.
chance. Right.
Right.
It's a 50-50 chance.
Right.
And so,
Right.
and I just love hearing other people's opinions as long as they can also admit that there's a 50-50 chance that they are
50-50
wrong
chance,
as well.
right.
You know?
evidence
So-
suggests a 50-50 chance.
Right.
At least there's evidence.
Either Plato was full of crap or he was right.
Yeah, now the odds, that's a different story. you
Right,
know.
right.
The odds
Yeah.
of being right and the odds of being wrong, that's totally off the scale either direction. But
That's a whole nother episode.
It's a whole other satellite.
yeah, but I think the odds about you being correct are really not in your favor.
Right.
So
Either way.
it's fun to compare notes and,
Right.
and talk about things.
Yep.
So
That's what we do all the time. We
Yeah.
compare notes. We have three differences of opinion. Sometimes we unanimously agree.
because we're all interested in the same thing. So
Right. Exactly.
We're talking about where we think Atlantis was. Some
Right.
people are saying was there even at Atlantis. So we're,
Correct.
we're
Yeah.
in a whole
Correct.
different plateau.
Yep.
Yeah, see, and I don't really have an opinion either way. I just know that there's something in the Antarctic, and if it's Atlantis, then that's cool.
Whatever it is.
But whatever it is,
It is.
it's bigger than us.
Yes. So, if that's the case, then Poseidon was just a fairy tale, right? If Atlantis wasn't real,
well,
Poseidon and Zeus.
and Zeus, and
mythology altogether.
yeah,
Jennifer Crosby Dean said, Sam wants to know if you have heard about the 1947 Admiral Byrd expedition in Antarctica.
19.
Yes, I did today. I was watching something briefly on it, but I don't have a lot of.
you can call in and tell us about it.
Yeah, Sam, do it.
Why don't you call in and tell us about it?
That'd be great. That'd be awesome.
Sam's really interested in the Mogollon monster as well.
Wendy says that she's always right, so she tells Darren it's more like a 51 chance her way.
That sounds about right for Wendy.
Good job, Wendy.
I knew you were off.
Yeah, that's
Is that for
317s, right?
What?
At 51 for or against?
Wow, that's,
Atlantis.
that's a good question. For? Yeah. For
That's
her.
a 777 in darts.
But what's her opinion?
51, isn't it?
What's the 51% that she does or doesn't?
So, Miss Wendy, it's 51% towards your way, but what's your opinion? You never told us.
Exactly.
What's your opinion?
By the way, if you guys haven't seen our episode 208,
That was the last one, yeah.
that was the last one with Wendy and the Tucson crew.
We had a lot of fun on
We
that
highly
one.
recommend you go watch it because it was a lot of fun. And you get to hear Wendy's UFO story.
Plus, yeah. Ooh.
Good job, Shay.
Plus, you got jumped by somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. Got to see that.
Donna Anna's jail.
Doña Anna.
Doña.
Doña.
Yeah.
Which we'll be going to eventually. It'll be a lot of fun.
That'll be fun. So, should we make a big announcement?
I think I was just going to go there.
Sitting here talking about our big announcement.
Get out of my head, will you?
And most people probably already figured it out. But Mr. Tim Rice, right here in the middle of us, He's joining the team
I am joining the team. I'm very excited.
as a full-time TTABA host.
And we're really excited.
It's my pleasure to be here.
So we'll be having some fun. And
It's my honor. Thank you guys so much.
well, thank you. So,
There you go. And you got to give it up for the TTABA crew we got over there. We got Shay, we got Caesar.
Come on, give
Lindsay.
yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand.
Yeah.
There you go. Yes.
That's awesome. We're like a real friggin' show.
They're just waiting for those phone calls to come in. Make pledges to give us money.
That or I'm waiting
Or-
for the
no, that
buttons.
isn't
I'm
what it's
excited
about.
the buttons.
Yeah, I know you like.
They're
the
really
buttons.
fun. They're colorful. They're loud. They're mean.
Yeah.
I'm just glad you took them away from Joey. That's all.
I know. I get too busy and I forget that they're there. So
Yeah, I know.
that's cool.
That's good. We have somebody else to push
So,
the buttons.
so this is kind of still a telethon going on, though, right? So we're still trying to get subscribers.
We're up in the ante
we
now.
need some subscribers.
Yeah, now we got to make it to 500.
Yeah.
So I believe we are currently sitting at 113.
And any of our subscribers can join in on the next contest.
Yes.
And
What do we got? We have a caller?
No. Nobody's brave enough to call yet. Come on now. You can talk to
You
me.
get to talk to Shay. If
Everybody
you call, so-
says, yay, welcome, Tim. Yay.
Thank you guys. I only meant to come here and talk about my story, but you guys have made this so much fun, and I didn't know other people are interested in.
I was just saying, too bad. Now you're screwed.
Oh,
We've
yeah.
abducted you.
My wife says I have a new girlfriend. This is my new girlfriend.
This is
My new date night. So Saturday nights are no longer hers.
But we don't swing that way. Oh, you meant just the podcast itself.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Do you know him?
So I hope everybody's doing well.
But please call in if you have any questions.
You know what I think? I think we should do our first giveaway.
Do it.
It's that time already.
I think it's that time.
Well, I guess so.
Do I get to do the honors?
You do.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
So you guys can see we have all the. You can put the lid on and shake it up and really shake it up.
Yeah, I thought that was an ashtray.
That was an accident.
Oh, that was magical.
Very
You thought that was an ashtray? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I did.
I haven't closed
It's
my
a
eyes.
lid.
So what is this drawing for?
This is for the T-shirt. This is the so the subscribers we had from number 76 through 100.
Stephanie Brady.
Stephanie.
Brady. All right.
Good job, Stephanie. So proud.
Nice. So we got to reach out to Stephanie unless
That's
she's
for
watching. That's for the T-shirt.
What size she wants to wear.
But you can keep those in
No,
there.
no, keep
those
Just
in
add the
there.
other
I'll
ones
put those
to
in
it.
there.
Yeah, because we're going to do the 100 here in a little bit.
Okay.
So there you go. So
Oh, that was good.
Stephanie won the T-shirt. I like that. Very nice.
So you got that out? Don't lose it.
Or take a picture of it and put it back in the drawing for the gnome.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So yeah, speaking of gnomes, we have our Bigfoot gnome here. That's going to be
Yeah.
exciting, as we announced for those of you joining us a little bit late. We're going to go up to the Mogollon Rim in a couple of weeks and go look for Bigfoot. Or the Mogollon Monster.
Mogollon Monster.
It's Bigfoot everywhere, but
Yeah.
in
Right.
Arizona it's called the Mogollon Monster.
Well, it's appropriate.
But still a Bigfoot.
Yeah, I
Because
think
he's
so.
got a big. Have you seen the foot?
I saw the cast.
It's a big foot.
Have you seen the feet on that thing?
That's some,
Freaking huge.
that's some big feet
Is that anatomically correct?
I guess we'll find out.
for the
hopefully.
scale.
We'll
Probably.
find out.
You will find out. So Joey and I talked about, are we going to bring plastic?
But I
with
thought
us?
Bigfoot's name was Tim or Todd or what's the commercial say? Todd?
Oh,
My name's-
crap.
Something like
Maybe it was
the
Tim.
Geico commercial.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think
Tim. I think it was-
Is that the
Well, some will
jerky?
call me.
That's a beef jerky commercial.
no,
that's
it's like
Jetway.
Progressive or something, and it's like, thanks Bigfoot, and he's like, but my name's Todd or something.
Yeah, I think it's Todd. I think it's
Right?
Todd.
I think is it Tim or Todd? It's something like that.
I don't remember.
I know you've seen it. Yeah, well, we don't know. Tim, how are your feet?
Whoa, you got some big feet there. I'm just kidding.
You don't know what that means,
I'm not saying nothing.
John.
No, somebody's got to tell me. Bob.
Wendy wants to go.
Thank
with
you,
us on
John.
our
His name is
Bigfoot.
Bob.
You can hold the mic
There
down
it is.
lower though. Because
Wendy wants to go with us on
to
our
go on your
Bigfoot
lapels.
expedition.
No, I know. But that's set for your lapel, so that's why you don't.
Do you have a tent, Wendy? She wants to go.
Wendy
on-
wants to go?
Yeah.
Wendy wants to go on a Bigfoot hunt.
Wendy wants to go. Okay, everybody
Rebecca
that
wants to go, too.
Sign up. You got to sign a
You
permission
gotta
slip.
sign up. We'll do a drawing. Only 3 people can go. No,
So what the hell are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about Atlantis.
Atlantis.
We still don't have a vote. We got John that said the Mediterranean. Nobody else
What
wants to
else?
vote? How many people we got on Facebook right now?
10.
10.
All right, come on, guys. Let's get some votes in here. Let's see. Who thinks it's in Antarctica, the Mid-Atlantic, or the Mediterranean? We'll go 3 choices. I like the 3 choices. Gives us options.
Water, ice.
Right.
Oh, speaking of
which,
why don't we,
We should go to the ice.
we got to break
Let's
out
go to the ice,
we got to
man.
break out the ice beers.
would you mind? Sensuous.
Since you was up.
This one's called the Big
So-
Wave. So we were talking about Atlantis underwater. So
Yeah.
now we're going to switch it,
Switch
which we already
to
did, to the
Antarctica.
ice.
Yes. Yep. Which we talked about Elysium.
Do you have hoppers?
Yeah, we do. Nobody wants to call in and talk to Shay. Shay's waiting for a phone call. Let's get.
Well,
some
we
phone
want to make
calls.
sure it works.
I'm waiting.
We
I'm
would
waiting
like to
very
test it out.
patiently.
So somebody be come on, Brian or John, call in.
We're
Let us
passing
know.
the
John
passing.
says he has nothing productive to say.
Oh, they always have
Rebecca
productive stuff
believes
to
it
say.
was everywhere. She votes for all theories.
Thank you.
That's cheating. You really can't do that. Come on.
Do you have the key?
She's like Geneva.
Is that what it is?
Oh, it's
No,
for
it's
another beer.
What's that?
John says he votes for another beer.
Oh, here you go. You can
I've got another
We got another beer.
Antarctica from
There we go.
Jason.
Jennifer said Mediterranean. Jason
Okay.
said Antarctica.
we have 2 Mediterraneans.
And Jason says,
One Antarctica. Okay, interesting.
very good. And I mean, you guys that are commenting on this, do you have you heard stories of Atlantis, or is it just based on what you've seen on television or what you studied in school? How do you have that? How do you come to that conclusion? You know, how do you hear that information?
I'd like to know who thinks it's related to aliens. That's what I would like to know. Oh, we got an opinion?
We have a Instagram opinion from XOX Riley. Says the Baltic Sea.
Ooh.
Never thought about that.
I think that it's one of the 11 theories.
I think it is, too.
What were you going to do there, Caesar? Do it.
That's great.
The Baltic, yes.
XOXO
that
Riley,
is a
that was?
possibility.
Thank you so much. That is a possibility. Absolutely. Very cool. So how many people think it's UFO related?
Yeah, let's get that.
Because
poll.
if we go back to our last show, we talked about the Anunnaki. Okay, if you read the Epic of Gilgamesh and you tie it in, the Anunnaki were part of the gods that wept for the Atlanteans that died
Exactly.
after they were buried under the sea in earthquakes.
Right, and that's where
So-
every culture comes into the flood, and even the Babylonians, modern day Iraq, they have stories of it.
So they talk about, specifically, Gilgamesh speaks with an old man named I got to remember how to say this word.
Make it up.
Upnefishtim, I think is how you say
Up
it.
your fishing.
Told Gilgamesh a story from centuries past about a great flood to destroy mankind. The god Enki, didn't we talk about Enki at one point?
Inky.
Enki, right? Instructed, whatever his name is, to build a great big boat to save him, himself, and his family, and seed of all living things. Story very similar to Noah's Ark. So, is that good beer, Joey? I didn't even try it yet.
Yeah. It's got,
Can't be earthy.
well, actually, it's,
a little
even though it's
icy.
frosty, the first thing that hits me is like almost a sage.
Oh, wow.
Kind of, huh?
Yeah.
Very herbal.
That's a good beer.
Okay, so
It's
XO
8.3.
Riley again put up a link. I can't check it because it won't let me look at it while we're on. But she says the Viral Society has roots linking Atlantis to research this. So I mean, we can absolutely definitely look into
Yeah,
it.
we'll
and
look into it for sure.
look, talk about it again.
I think somebody needs to call in. Can we test our phone calls? Can somebody
Yeah,
please
somebody needs to
call
call.
in?
Like, give that phone number again. It's written on the
Don't be
bottom of the
scared.
screen, but
It is 480-331-5184.
We would love to take some questions.
Call me.
Now, XOXO Riley, you can give us a call. I know it's not on Instagram, but if you want to say it again slower.
480-331-5814. Or 5184. Sorry.
Yeah, you guys, please give us a call.
the best part is everybody just saw the little dance you did.
I keep forgetting there's a camera there.
There's a camera there.
She gave us a thumbs up, so maybe she'll call.
Cool. I wish Instagram would let us put our backgrounds in. It's kind of disappointing. that they
John
don't let us
said,
do that.
I've heard that Atlantis is talked about in Egyptian records around the Trojan War, or best I can remember.
It is. It's talked about in every civilization. So, yes, every culture has a theory of the flood. Every culture has a theory of Atlantis. Every culture has a theory of the Ice Age. It's every culture. If you look in every single culture all over the world, they have their beliefs. So, that's the reason we're talking about this.
Right.
It has to be. It's not because one civilization or one culture believes. This is world-renowned belief. So it's not a matter of, well, it is theory, but it's not a matter of fact. It's about speculation. Mm-hmm. But I'm convinced it happened. The technology will eventually show us and reveal it to us, but these are the early learning stages, and it's very interesting.
Well, again, look at Pompeii,
Yes.
right? We have proof that Pompeii existed,
Yes.
and it was destroyed cataclysmically.
Right. We have proof that Sodom and Gomorrah existed now. They found over in Babylonia the place that had been destroyed from a nuclear blast. Everything is carterized and people are frozen in shape. So yeah, every culture has a belief in all of this.
So go back to that for a minute, because I brought up and I can't read it for nothing, but go back to the idea.
Athenians.
But go back to the idea that we talked about a few times now, that technology gets so advanced that the earth has to be destroyed because it gets too out of control. Because they talked about, speaking about the Athenians, I'm trying to find what I wrote here, but they had a cosmic connection with extraterrestrials. And they talked about having a death ray. They developed a death ray 9,000 years ago. So.
And it was the equivalent to a nuclear.
Yeah.
Or 10 times the equivalent of a nuclear blast
bomb.
or nuclear bomb.
So we had all this technology before, and then the Earth was destroyed.
And we have evidence that there has been some sort of nuclear activity in these places, which should not exist. So, yeah, technology, I think we're going to get out. And you know what? I think we're getting out of hand now. I think we're, with the, in Geneva, with the super collider, they're trying to recreate the Big Bang, the God particle.
Yep.
I think that's a touchy subject that maybe we're pushing too far.
Joey's pointing to something.
What do you think?
He's got something.
No, I don't disagree with that. I just think, I don't think we're actually at the point in our advancements or whatever that they were back then.
You don't think Zoom is way over the top?
I try not to use Zoom.
The aliens are done. Zoom sucks. All right,
I think our technology. I don't think our technology is anywhere near there. So.
We're at the doorstep. I mean, we're diving into.
Somebody's calling you.
John wanted to counterpoint Tim. Several cultures have knowledge of Mount Olympus, but most likely didn't exist. We don't know for sure.
Well, that's mythology in general. I mean, you make a decision. We were taught mythology in school growing up. I mean, was that forced education or was that?
I don't know.
So, I don't know. I mean, It's up to science and belief.
Was that a good phone call?
Was this something we needed to
was that
take?
was that topic related?
That wasn't topic related.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay.
No, that was a scam. Sorry, I don't have that number anymore.
Is your auto warranty up? Does it need to be renewed?
It may have been. I
be.
got one of those yesterday.
Is your name
I
Elvis?
did. It was a robotic call saying your auto warranty is out of date. I get those all the time. I apologize.
So we're still waiting for XOXO to call.
We're still
in.
waiting for a real call.
We need a caller here. Come on, somebody call in so we can test out our phone.
Wendy, give us a call.
John said
Wanna
that he
hear
had
your voice.
awesome Zune backgrounds with Flintstone background.
Bad.
Oh boy,
It's actually cold sitting right here.
is that?
Feel the
Is it really?
coolness from
We
the
got
ice.
some weird. Where's your spirit box? So where were we?
I don't remember now, but you know,
Wendy, give us a call.
this is 8.3. I think.
Is it really?
Crap.
Jesus. Good Lord.
It's the gnome episode all over again.
It is the gnome episode all over again. You're right. Exactly. So we have what was it? We're at 2 Mediterraneans, right?
One Atlantis.
And one
And a Baltic.
Antarctica.
One Baltic,
Antarctica.
and then we had a Antarctica.
Baltic.
Interesting.
In Antarctica.
So nobody believes the Bahamas, the Bahamian. That's like one of the most popular theories about Atlantis.
The Bermuda Triangle, right?
And then we're not even talking about the Devil's Eye in Africa, which
Right.
Which almost sounds like Plato's description. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think people are just either uneducated or just don't care. I mean,
Well, yeah, and that could be because just think about what revelation was made
scary
this
to know.
week. You know,
Oh, yeah.
through the
what you
news.
don't
I mean,
know doesn't hurt you, right?
yeah. So they finally admitted that those UFO videos were authentic from the Navy, and people are like, okay.
And it came on Fox News, and everybody's like, "Oh, cool."
Well, nobody
Yeah.
cares because we have coronavirus.
Well, true.
Yeah,
Nobody gives a rat's ass
Forgot-
about
I
it at this point.
which is alien made.
Yeah.
Now, how is that? How is that the Navy comes on and is like, hey, look what we found. Clear images. Nobody cares. No
We've-
comments, no nothing on Facebook, no nothing all over Instagram. Nothing.
Well, those videos have been
Nothing.
out for a little bit, but
I've
now
seen
they
that
just
video
confirmed.
a year ago.
But nobody's
It's
up-
desensitization.
all up in roars or
Desensit-
anything about it. Like
Right.
nobody's sitting there freaking out. We're too worried about coronavirus.
No, I've been a believer in aliens since 1995, and up until then, I said no, there's no aliens. But since I had my encounter in '95, I believe it. So I have been an advocate about believing in aliens. What's so funny?
I'm not laughing at you.
XOXO Riley said she can't call that all the ancient civilizations have deceptions of technology such as rockets and tools of spacesuits and so on. I think this means you're right. Dragon's Triangle in Asia. And she's asking what videos.
So she can't call?
So she can't call.
Okay.
She was giving a fact. And then she's voting for Dragon's Triangle. I think that was when she said devil.
Which
Or-
is
And where's that?
in Asia.
In Asia? Okay.
And then she's asking about what videos.
I'm laughing at Joey right now.
I'm just trying to be
you
stylish.
scared the crap
Oh, I
out of
didn't
me.
even see you.
Well, we were talking coronavirus, and
Can
I
I scoot
forgot.
over?
So, so if you guys need a mask. By the way, I did give John and Brian a mask, and
Oh yeah,
how come you guys haven't sent a picture of you wearing your mask yet?
we need a selfie with you with your mask.
They're at home sick right now.
Everybody hear me okay?
You're kind of muffled. You
Actually,
sound.
I mean,
Or some muffled?
safety first.
Yeah, I go back to what I said on the Gnome episode. From the side, he looks like Bane from Batman.
And the guys can't wear their masks while they're drinking their beer. So, priorities.
He needs a hole
I
for
know it
a
needs a zipper.
straw.
Well, you can
have you seen that?
you can put it on
Jean
for a
zipper.
selfie and then take a sip. It can be done. It really can.
This is off the topic, but you guys think about. Oh, do you already read that?
What's that?
Wendy said, no, this is off topic, but what do you guys think about the Bermuda Triangle? Do you think it has to do with aliens?
I think it has to do with a vortex of some sort.
It's paranormal. Totally paranormal.
Not necessarily
it could be-
extraterrestrial.
Yes. I say yes on everything because nobody knows. I mean, there's all different theories, but there's definitely something going on. We can admit that.
Explain your theory of vortex.
No, I think it's a tool that you can use. I mean, those vortexes are definitely a way that they can travel from point A to point B in a matter of seconds, you know.
So when stuff disappears, it's going wherever.
Yeah, I mean, some of the stories I
it's
saw
not
on
going
the
to the bottom.
Bermuda Triangle, you know, where planes, a guy was in a heavy, you know, storm and all that, and he saw a tunnel. He decided to take that tunnel, and he flew through the tunnel, and it was only in there for a couple minutes. And all of a sudden, yeah, the time on his, well, he arrived at his location, you know, I think it wasn't crazy, but it was like 20 minutes to a half hour earlier than anticipated. And he said he was really off course. So he should have really got there, you know, maybe an hour late.
Right.
But instead he got there 20 minutes early.
And there are facts to back that up. His fuel, there's all sorts of different, then the readings from the flight control, they spotted him. Yeah.
So I think,
and think about Flight 19. That's just incredible about the military guys that went out there, the 7 airplanes that went out there, and they have never been discovered. Do you know about Flight 19?
No, I don't think I've heard that one.
It's very interesting. That's another show.
Really? We can't tease it?
Well, let's tease it.
I like
Let's tease it.
when you tease shit.
Let's tease it with some sound.
We need a...
It's almost crickets. That's funny.
Just go all through it.
All right, so Flight 19.
Flight 19.
Yeah, we have a lot more shows to do, man.
Of course we
I'm
do.
going to be very busy.
Wendy said she wasn't sure, or Portal for sure, but not sure alien or paranormal. I've always been curious about that.
If it's a time portal...
It's paranormal. It has to be extraterrestrial. It has to be.
I'd say extraterrestrial more so than paranormal. Well, paranormal falls under extraterrestrial, but leaning more towards extraterrestrial.
Well, paranormal is also like ghosts and spirits here on Earth, whereas extraterrestrial is intervention from other planets.
Or is it a third dimension?
It's a dimensional thing. There are many dimensions. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard a whole story on the alternate dimensions.
John said portals would explain a lot for sure.
Yes, it
Yeah.
would. Just really quick on this, it's like, and I think I told you or talked about this before, that, you know, for every action you make, there's a counterpart to
Reaction.
a reaction to it, right? So it kind of explained it the same as in life. You know, how many different dimensions are there? Like, you make this decision, a certain decision, your life and things go a certain way.
Right.
But by you making that decision,
There's a counter.
there was a counter decision made. And so
That affects it in another dimension.
An alternate dimension
Correct.
is going, you know. And so there can be multiple dimensions because your life takes all kinds of changes. You know, you make decisions every day.
Right.
You know, so that could be going off in so many different directions. It's just crazy.
The fact that they can say there's 7 dimensions really freaks me out, because if there's 7, there's many.
Yeah.
If there's 1, there's many. If there's 7, they say there's 7. If there's 1, if there's 7, then there's more. So we don't understand that. We can't.
Well, think about mediums. Think about people who are spiritual. Think about people who can talk to the dead.
Seers.
They've learned.
Cooling down.
They've learned to.
Dan Davidson is watching. Hi, Dan.
Clairvoyant.
I hear that fan all of a sudden.
We're loud.
John knows about the 4th dimension.
What is the 4th dimension? John, why don't you need to call in?
Yeah, John, what's up with
Please
you?
call in. Can we just
you
test
can put
our
the beer
phone
down.
calls, please? Honey, will you call in?
Oh, this is getting too intense.
Rebecca said it's not. Paranormal is just not our normal or unexplained. Could still be a natural phenomenon. We just can't explain with our science so far.
So it's just something we don't
I have
understand.
no opinion.
I can't
can't
argue with that at
argue
all.
with that
No,
at all.
no.
No, you are correct. I believe you're correct. Finally.
It says hi on Instagram.
Who?
Into the pit.
Into the pit.
Well, we go there every day.
I just came out of there.
Instagram has some cool names. I've seen some cool usernames on there.
You know, we're past the hour.
I know.
Should we?
We got to restart Instagram.
We do have to restart Instagram, so we should do that. You already did?
Yeah, because I don't think we're done talking.
No, and we still have another drawing to do.
Do you want to do that now? Should we do that now? Be very anticlimactic, though.
Wow, I could hear that, Shay. That's amazing.
She hit the button at the same time. Hit it again.
That's talent. Wow. That's
So now we're
impressive.
drawing for the zombie gnome.
The zombie.
Tim, your name better not be in there, Tim.
Is it me? Is it me? Is it me?
No, it's Deb Kohlauer.
Deb. Well, congratulations, Deb. It pays to be a fan, or at least a subscriber.
And Deb, if you call in right now, I'll give you a T-shirt.
What are you?
We just
you
need to
take it off your back.
I didn't say it's your T-shirts. We just need a caller.
Hey, curious.
Yes.
What's the date on Deb's?
October 31st,
Okay.
2000.
I was just seeing if our last 25 were double
Got
lucky.
to double up, yeah. You got to double. Yeah, but if you guys want to buy one of these gnomes,
Oh,
you
yes.
can do so through BS Designs, and you can also get one of our T-shirts as well. So, I think, or a mask. You can get a mask.
It'll be over by the time you receive the
By the time we
mask.
ship the mask.
But I think masks are going to be kind of really
It's a souvenir.
stylish.
It's a great souvenir. Yeah, I think it'll continue for quite a while.
you can use that riding a motorcycle.
Have you seen the trikini?
The what?
It's the top, the bottom, the top, and the mask.
I don't
They
want to
all
see
match.
one. I'll never get it out of my head.
They all match.
Are they all
The
N95s?
bottom, the top, and the mask. They all match.
Oh, okay.
It's really cool, man. Look it up. It's really cool.
Into the Pit said it's you guys are the podcast for the paranormal, and he also said the T-shirt would be nice or cool.
Cool.
So go.
So, yes.
Yes. So go subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Tell your friends
Subscribe.
and your family.
So what? We have to make a decision here. We have to decide because our next milestone is 500 on our subscribers. So what's going to be our prize?
I think that prize should be a T-shirt and
a
a
gnome.
choice
Of
of
gnome.
gnome. These aren't all the gnomes yet because
Well, when you watch our gnome episode that comes out next
You'll
Friday,
see all the
You'll
gnomes.
see all the gnomes. There are about 80 of them up here.
My house is full.
Your house is full.
Oh,
of
you
gnomes.
trying to take my beer? Oh, that was my beer.
Oh, we got a call. Possibly.
Oh, it's your mom. Thank you,
Hi,
Mom.
Michelle.
Is she going to go on the air?
So on Instagram, we have XOXO Riley who says she wants the Trankini. So we're going to have to somehow work that out. Michelle, I hope you're listening.
We need a gnome with a trikini.
Oh, there you go. There
Or
you go,
Bigfoot.
Michelle. A trikini.
Michelle's on the
Okay,
phone
Michelle.
right
Yeah, she's coming. She's
All right.
coming.
Oh,
Gotta
she's gonna be on?
connect her. Okay, go ahead, Mom.
Are you there, Michelle?
Yes.
Thanks for
Okay.
joining us.
Hi,
What's up?
Michelle.
I'm glad you tried
Hi.
the number.
I wanted
Hi.
to test your guys' call.
Well, thank you for
Well,
doing
thank
that.
Yeah, we needed somebody to test it.
Do you have any questions?
I don't have anything to say though.
You don't have any questions, just comments?
So,
Yeah, just
so you have a zombie gnome to build.
Well, can you tell everybody where they can buy the gnomes or your T-shirts?
yes. Go to on Facebook. Go to BS Designs, and we can customize and yeah.
Yeah, we talked about. I shouldn't say this because the episode hasn't been released yet, but we talked about giving each of the gnomes kind of a story, a backstory.
Oh, that's right.
So, what would the zombie gnome's backstory be?
Oh,
It's
put me on the
complexicated.
spot there.
I was putting everybody on the spot.
Give me a
not just you.
minute.
Take your time and hurry up.
I will have a story on the next episode if we do one.
Okay.
John wants a gnome. So, John, will you give out that address again, please?
For the BS
Me?
design.
Yes, you.
Yeah.
Yes. Just go to Facebook. Just search BS Designs.
That's BS is in brown stay.
BS, right?
BS.
Right.
or bowl stuff.
We use
But
it
that's
for
not
both
it.
of it. We use it for both.
Yes. T-shirts, everything. Everything's available. BS Design.
On Facebook.
John says it has to be a beer-related backstory.
I'm
I'm sure we can come up with one.
Well, we can do that for the
And
Truth
if
About
anybody
Beer
wants
guys.
to help with the backstory, that'd be awesome.
Hey, that's a great idea.
I like that idea.
That's a great idea.
Wow.
Send in your backstory.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you,
I really
Michelle.
appreciate
Thanks for
it.
testing.
All right,
so
have
much.
a good night. Enjoy your day in the show.
Thanks. Yeah,
That
I
was
think
cool.
that would be awesome. So for the 4 different gnomes we have sitting on the desk tonight. So we've got, of course, the zombie gnome.
So
We
I
have
have
our-
to say, we have Baby Fox Italy, who's watching us from Italy. He
Oh,
says,
my.
greetings from Italy.
That is awesome.
That is
awesome.
awesome. Welcome to the desert,
Chow? No, what is it?
Valley of the Sun.
I should know this. I'm Italian. Well,
Very
greetings.
cool.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
awesome. Very cool.
Very cool.
Very
Will you
fun.
please subscribe to us?
Yeah, subscribe to our
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
Tell your friends.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right. I'm going to finish my thought, though.
Into the Pit says he's already been subscribed.
All right. Into the pit.
Thank you, Into the Pit.
Thank you
What
so
was your
much.
thought?
No, with the 4 different gnomes that we have displayed here tonight. So we know about the zombie. We've got the ghost. We've got the
Alien abduction.
alien abduction gnome, and then we got Bigfoot, or the Mogollon monster in our case, since we are here in Arizona. But we would like to create or hear backstories on each of these gnomes.
Yes, aliens, Bigfoot,
And so-
gnomes.
So we appeal to our audience.
Our audience. Yes, we
You
do.
know, to help us come up with some backstories that will be forever. What's the word? Forever.
Complexicated.
Yeah.
You know,
Did I say this was 8.3?
I think so. Something like that.
Okay.
Moved up to like a 9.2,
You know,
I think.
with the Bigfoot guy, I don't like the Mogollon monster because that's scary sounding. I think more of a Harry and Henderson's type.
What
story
about
for him.
Momo?
Momo, I like Momo.
Oh,
Momo was scary.
No, Momo is the Missouri
no,
monster.
no.
Yes.
I mean, I was really excited when you guys told me we were going to look for Bigfoot, but now that I'm thinking about it, I might pee.
I bet you will sometime on that trip.
John wants to talk to you guys.
Okay, John's on the phone. Let's.
John's on the
Hey, John.
phone.
Welcome, John. Oh, John. hung up.
John, hung up.
Oh,
Don't hang
John,
up,
that was
John.
rude.
That's all right.
You can't hang up on us.
Hey, John, call us
Try
back.
it again.
Must be the beer.
Oh, crap.
What was that?
I almost spilt my beer. I almost pulled a Keith.
So, so for those of you that are just joining us, how many people we got on Facebook? Still 11? We're still on 11?
We're at 9.
9? Okay.
8.
For those of you that didn't hear before, we got 2 on Instagram.
We're at 264.
Watching
Yeah.
the whole time.
Thank you. I know. Thank you. Thank you to Instagram. Thank you. Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you to all my
So
friends
in
for
2
really
weeks, we're going to be heading up
supporting.
to the Mogollon Rim and doing an investigation for the Mogollon monster. So we're kind of excited about that. Okay, we're going to put John on now.
I'm back. I was calling for pizza delivery.
Pizza delivery? No, that's 844-4444.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. This
That was-
is John Phelan.
8675309.
Just tell Lindsay that it's me.
So what's up, John?
Nothing. You wanted me to call in?
Hi,
So
John.
Well, yeah. Well, you know,
Hi, John.
got a
last
story.
Friday I went and got a car wash.
I pulled weeds today.
Isn't today Friday? No, today's Saturday.
Today's
yeah, I got a car wash.
Saturday.
All right, so, John, what do you want to talk about? Do you have any questions or comments?
Oh, so you thought I would call in with prepared material. I didn't have prepared
Oh, my God.
material.
See, this is
Yeah,
why we need
I just
screeners.
toss things in as needed.
But we're not prepared, so you don't have to be prepared either.
We're going to get a screener on our next show.
I'm on, I don't know how far you in, but I got my third beer just finishing off right now. Keep going. I'll pause
Oh,
it when I
cheers.
can.
Cheers.
So what are you guys drinking?
I have this THX Beers Company IPA. Actually, it's pretty good.
Huh.
Cheers.
Which one?
Cheers.
Which IPA?
They're all the same.
THX.
PH.
Oh, PH. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I've seen
Phoenix
that.
IPA.
I haven't tried that, but I would like to.
So, John,
pretty good.
what's your theory?
Not overly.
Go ahead.
What's my what?
What's your theory on Atlantis, or do you have an opinion?
Well, considering the fact that Plato did most of his philosophy in and around the Mediterranean, that's why I always keep focusing that it should be somewhere around the Mediterranean if he was aware of it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think that he's going to travel much because back in that day, they thought that if you traveled too far into the Atlantic, you would fall off the end of the earth.
Good point.
Good point. That's very, yeah. And they didn't have airplanes, so yeah, very good point.
Or did they?
Or did they? That's a whole different podcast.
That's a whole different podcast.
So, John,
the best thing about the truth about beer and
exactly.
The and is
sometimes
wide
it goes
open.
off into that tangent.
We always go off on tangents. That's the best part.
That's why we drink.
Yeah.
We can't stay on topic. That wouldn't do the show justice.
So what do you think about us doing a Bigfoot episode? Do you think that'd be cool?
I think that'd be awesome.
Have you? I'm sorry.
So does this mean recording you guys staying the night in the woods with Lindsay?
Yeah, we'll all be sleeping with Lindsay.
No. I'm not.
That's kind of
well, in the same mold.
Stories about
That's
everybody
right.
spending the night in the woods.
That's really personal, and it's complexicated.
Well, honestly, John, what we're going to do is we're actually going to try. We're going to try to broadcast live while we're up there on the wherever campground we're staying.
Yeah,
So-
we'll go.
Whoever has Verizon can try it. 'Cause
We're not at a campground.
I know T-Mobile, I'm on Sprint.
I think Verizon.
I
I
got
won't go
Verizon.
up there.
So we'll go up there on
Yeah, I
Friday.
notice Tim doesn't care what this conversation, which direction it goes. Don't know on the other hand. He's like, okay, where is this going?
Is that a compliment?
Yes, Tim, it's a compliment. You don't care which way. You're ready to go.
He is ready. To
Yeah,
go.
I'm ready to go.
Yes.
And I swear to God, I will pee a little.
I'm sure you're going to pee a little. I'm going to be
I hope
standing there
so.
recording, and all three of the guys are going to be gone.
These guys are carrying, and I'm going to sit there going, I need a knife.
Oh, I'm carrying. You can stand behind me. You're good.
All right.
Yeah, we don't
got
need
you.
you to get a UTI while you're up there. So.
No, I will pee.
Well, he'll pee enough. He'll be
All
okay.
right.
Yeah.
Well, we were told by some local Bigfoot enthusiast that it's not a good idea to carry a gun because they can sense that.
Yeah, the first night, first of all, they smell the gunpowder.
Right.
And second of all, they're afraid of hunters, which you were correct. They're
Right.
very afraid of hunters. So we won't get anything if we go up there looking like we're hunting, even if we wear camo.
I was going to trigger the or.
All right, so you're telling me that the choice is face a, whatever it is, 7 foot, 8 foot tall, Neanderthal type something, whatever it is,
With an iPhone.
named, Bruce
Bruce.
or being
Todd.
His name was Bob, right?
Bob.
Bob?
Or
No, Bob was the other commercial about, he keeps his wife happy.
Okay.
I happen to know Todd is a T-Rex.
Yes. T-Rex Todd.
so I don't know if we
I
should.
told Lindsay this was not a good idea for me to call in.
I
No,
thought it was
I
a great
think
idea
it's a
because
great
I knew where this could end up.
No, it's a great idea, and you have a point. I mean, not about the carrying the weapons or anything. I think now we should take a poll.
Well, that's where I was wanting to make my point. That was the because of what I think Bigfoot could be. I think Bigfoot's an alien.
Well,
An alien
of
race.
course, he's a hybrid,
An hybrid that works telepathically.
correct? And he sees
And
all.
so he knows what's
He
going on.
knows why we're there.
Right.
So if we carry a gun, he's not there. If
Yeah,
we-
so it's
if
not
we
that
go
he
in there going,
senses
"Hey,"
it or smells the gunpowder. He sees inside our heads.
Right.
He knows what we've got.
So if we go there and expecting to make contact with him and we're peaceful, he may contact with us.
That's
And if you read about all the sightings of the Mogollon monster, the people that have had the sightings were not hunters. These are people that lived in these areas and came across him that were completely non-threatening. So we have to go
Well,
up
that's
there.
because acid and beer, so acid and guns don't usually mix.
Yeah, everybody loves beer.
Are we gonna? Yeah, we'll be drinking. We'll offer him some beer.
Okay, so we've got a question.
Okay.
Baby Fox Italy wants to know what we're doing in quarantine. I told her this.
Oh,
what's quarantine?
What's quarantine?
Hold on, get your mask. There you go. Good job.
Only 1% of us are practicing quarantine.
In all
It just went up to 2.
In all seriousness, no, Italy was very hard hit with the virus.
Really were.
And
Yeah,
do-
Italy was
our
bad,
prayers
and we
do
feel
go out
sorry
with
for you guys, man. Our
Absolutely.
condolences for all the loss and everything. That was so sad.
Absolutely.
We put our hearts out for you guys. Thank you for everybody who held in there, and we're glad you're all doing okay.
And by the way, can you give us an update? Are things getting better? Is there a plateau? Is there are we going up or down? Can you let us know that?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I just feel for you guys because you guys were hit really, really hard.
John is still on the line.
So, John, we're going up on the 15th. Do you want to come up
John,
with
you
us?
want to go to? All right, so here's what we should do. Let's give away a free ride along on a expedition.
Ah.
Well, now you're going to have to bring the tent.
Now we're going to have to fly, man.
Yeah,
which means-
they can stay in the tent.
Well,
We'll
it
stay in
doesn't
the
necessarily
motorhome.
have to be for this weekend. Like,
No,
it
no,
can
no,
just
no.
be like if we go
In a
to
future
Globe to the
investigation.
jail or something, or to
Well,
the TB
exactly.
hospital. That'd be cool.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah,
we can
no,
give away a future investigation trip so you can come along with us.
Yes.
Except we're not going to pay for a ticket from Canada to here.
See, John, I think you brought up a good point a couple weeks ago that you could have been here and been our live audience.
Oh, I still think that's a good point. But I do like
Into
fact
the
that
Pit
things-
says we should come to Austin, Texas.
Love Austin.
You know,
I love Austin.
Might be
Love
heading to
Austin.
Texas here soon. You never know what'll bring us over there. We might hit you up.
Hey,
You
into the
never know.
pit. I'm
Love-
from Lubbock, so I love Austin, love Rush, love 6th Street. Good times.
What was
I
that?
got my good friends from Paranormal Files are in Austin.
In Austin,
Oh,
Texas.
cool.
Right.
There we go. I see a road trip.
Why not?
What were you saying, John?
I said I like the fact that Lindsay always keeps a contingency for a show that has to end up in jail.
Lindsay doesn't have her ears on. She can't hear you, so
Say it again.
that's great.
No, it's a one-time show.
It's a once, yeah.
I'm gonna
I
go
got
back.
it, I
I'm
got
gonna
it,
go back
thank
and
you.
listen. Just wait.
No, I got it. Thank you. Lindsay, bless your heart.
So, we really haven't gained any ground
Lindsay
on
must
the
be
whole
listening
Atlantis
to another
thing.
podcast.
No, she just doesn't have her ears on the whole time, so she's kind of going back and forth checking Instagram. Oh, we got another.
Going back to Italy, Baby Fox says the situation is still critical.
Oh my God.
That's a
so
shame.
sorry.
It really is a shame.
It's
Let's go back out to anybody in the European community that is dealing with this.
Absolutely. Yep.
so sad. We're praying for you, man.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, that went somber.
That did. That went down
'Cause I-
really quick. Thanks a lot there,
'Cause I do-
Italy. No, I'm kidding. No, stay safe. Stay at home. Be safe, and we'll get through this. We'll all get through this together.
Let us know if you want an order of Truth About Beer masks.
Yeah, we'll sanitize it before we mail it.
All right, so can Keith hold up the Bigfoot gnome? Because we can't see it because it's a letterbox in the bottom.
Oh, that's right.
All right.
It's just its nose is showing. Its head.
Well,
So-
I'm not picking up the other ones too. So.
No, you can move them this way.
Oh,
No, just the Bigfoot.
can you see them now? I'm holding them up.
Yeah. I'm not seeing it yet on my feed.
My arm's getting tired.
Now
That's
like
like
a
a lag,
22-second delay.
Well, I'm sure you don't have to hold it the whole time, but there it goes.
All
See,
right.
see, now I'm seeing it on mine.
And then it's going to be holding for
No, I
like
see it
20
on my
seconds
feed.
straight.
That's good.
That is the big. And did you see those feet?
Don't let that fool you.
Look at the feet
It
on
always
him.
goes back to size, doesn't it?
It always does.
Here's your side profile.
I mean, it's
right there.
impressive.
There it is again.
Yeah.
in
I
Texas,
told you I was
Into the
not
Pit
gonna
says
contribute
restaurants,
anything
stores,
good.
and theaters are opening up here starting today.
Fantastic.
Wow.
That's,
That's great.
good to hear, man.
We're 2 weeks
good to
away
hear.
from that.
Well, you know,
I don't know.
no, it's funny because they put something on Facebook the other day where the Pinal County Sheriff came on and said that he is not going to fine anybody for opening their businesses now.
Right.
He's
Right.
not going to ticket.
And
them
Hobby
out.
Lobby opened up today.
Oh, did
so that's a good
I mean,
sign.
that would be a.
That's not essential. Well,
I would
it
think
is.
so. I
Kinda
mean, that's
is.
people's.
But that's a good sign.
people's release. You know, they need Hobby Lobby to
I'm waiting for the
take
National
care of their
Forest
crafting needs.
That's essential. I want to go buy a fake damn tree.
You don't have enough here.
Not for here.
Wendy says size matters.
Wendy,
Darren, are we impressed? just questioning. Let's say
Wendy, that's another show.
Oh, now you're going to start a fight. Don't do that.
that's a whole nother podcast.
What? Foot size?
Yeah, size matters. That'll be a podcast in the future.
Are we done with Atlantis? Or are we still talking
I hope
Atlantis?
so.
Oh, well.
This is too much fun.
This is too much fun.
So if you're interested in Bigfoot or Big Feet, let us know what you think. We're gonna try and go live. Don't know if we can. We'll probably have to do some testing and research. Hey, John, are you still there?
I'm still here. I'm grabbing another beer.
All right.
So
You know, he sounds like he's underwater, doesn't he?
yeah,
A little bit. Huh?
Speaking of Atlantis,
You must be really drinking.
So yeah, we're gonna try. We'll try and go
No,
live.
Google is my friend.
What are you googling?
is that because you're alone?
Oh, don't believe everything Google says.
No, Google is not the truth. I tell my children that all the time. Wikipedia is. No, I'm kidding.
I was waiting for cricket. Sorry.
Yeah, where are the damn crickets?
That's great. So we're gonna try. We'll try and go live with that.
Yeah,
Up at the Mogollon.
Up at the Mogollon Rim.
Mogollon.
We only have-
Mogollon, whatever you're saying.
one phone with Verizon. I don't know how that's going to work, but
We usually use my phone anyway for
yeah,
streaming.
you
so
have
we're
a
good.
hotspot.
Yeah, I got hotspot.
All right, let's do it.
Don't you have a satellite dish on your RV?
On my Breaking Bad bounder, yeah. I do. I got a whole. I got
Okay,
a
we're
whole-
going to say goodbye to John because someone else wants to call.
Bye,
someone else
John.
gotta
We
call
got
in.
another caller.
Thank you,
Bye,
John.
John.
Hopefully, Into the Pit. He said he wanted to join in. I gave him the phone number.
All right.
All right.
All right, cool.
From
Let's hear
Austin,
from Italy,
Texas.
man. Oh,
That's someone else.
Austin.
Yeah.
Hello, Austin.
We don't know yet. He hasn't
Oh.
called yet. I gave him the number.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. Hopefully, we get
Hello,
a call.
Houston.
That'd be kind of cool. I want to tease next week's live show.
I'm scared about that one.
Are you?
Yeah.
I am kind of too. So we reached out to a couple of people on Instagram, as a matter of fact, to deal with possessed or spiritual dolls. So Joey and I thought, what a great episode that would be. And we're not only going to do a live episode featuring it, but we're going to do our big episode talking about dolls. You know, you have the infamous Annabelle doll
Robert the doll.
and Robert the doll. And then, Tim, you said you have a doll.
The Goo Goo Dolls. No, I do have a doll.
Baby's black
I have a
balloon.
very, very, very scary doll. My wife pulls this out every Halloween, and it just freaks me out. It's I think her grandmother's doll, and it's a beautiful doll, and I think it's worth a lot of money. It could be ceramic or what do you call
Porcelain? Like a
Porcelain?
porcelain doll? My mom used to
Those
collect
are
porcelain
those are
dolls.
pretty
and
creepy.
when you move back and forth, the eyes follow you. It's just very, very, very creepy. I'd like to have her here next week. Maybe
Put it right on the table.
I think we should.
That's a great idea.
You know, and really,
I'm not
it,
coming.
it was a doll episode of Destination Truth that I turned my granddaughter on to,
That was such a good episode.
where they went to Doll Island there in Mexico.
Yep.
Doll Island.
Yes, it's an entire
Oh.
island with.
So, Lindsay and I
dolls.
just watched that
Are they-
recently.
are they-
it
watched
was.
that episode.
It's literally like every pillar in this shed is doll, and they bring it to this little girl who died on the island.
She drowned.
She drowned in the lake, and so they bring it to her, and it's just. It's so creepy. It's just.
And that really got us into the paranormal, didn't it?
That's what you and I started to watch more and more.
So that was.
And then the dolls start winking.
And they start winking and moving.
No, thank you. I'm good.
Yeah.
Crazy. So I'd be really curious to hear from Wendy on this. What do spirits? Why do they attach to dolls? What is the attraction there? Is it because it's an inanimate object that they can? You know what I mean?
I have my theory on it.
What's your theory? I'm curious.
Well, I'm just more of the person that owned the doll.
Right.
You know, I mean, if especially a little girl, whatever. I mean, they cuddle that doll like it's real. You know, so their energy is going to attach to that doll, and if something would happen to that girl, or even when she, gives that doll up, I mean, does her energy leave that doll?
The doll attaches to the person as well. Mm-hmm. And then when the person is gone, that doll searches for new companionship.
Okay, but where does the evil come into play? Because
that's a blow-up doll.
But
I don't know where that came from.
Oh, goodness.
Where's the wah?
That's when it gets evil.
You have a lot of spirits that pretend to be children.
Yes.
That's where it comes into play. They pretend to be children, and so they pretend, and
children are more active.
You're going to see someone come and want to talk to a child more than they're going to want to talk to someone that's evil or scary, so they pretend to be that.
So they use the child as a gateway.
Yes, as a gateway.
Okay.
And that's why the dolls come into play.
Interesting.
It's really freaky.
That is freaky.
Have you had any experiences with your dolls?
I've had experiences with my frogs.
Your frogs. You should have brought them out. We'll have to bring them out next week.
We'll do it next
for
week,
sure.
yeah.
Absolutely.
John said, I don't know about this, but what does voodooism have to do with dolls?
I don't know. Didn't your mom get an order for a voodoo doll?
She did.
Yeah,
a
she
voodoo
did.
gnome.
She hasn't made it yet.
It takes a lot of pins and a life-size doll.
We have to have one of those to show when she gets it done.
Wendy said, I think it's a special thing to a child when young, so it stays with them when they pass, or it could be cursed, many different things, I would think.
Well, that's an interesting point, because it could even be a blanket or a ball. I mean, you guys know that.
Anything that relates to that child.
But a doll is the most common attachment to a child, so yeah.
But do you believe that a doll can take on
energy?
Like not so much. I know energy, but what?
Every time the fan moves towards Lindsay, it's like it's on oscillating.
I'm trying to say something about the voodoo thing, but you guys are just like
the fan's away from you.
Those are waves.
No, so isn't the voodoo thing? Doesn't that have to do? I mean, a voodoo doll by itself is just
a doll.
A doll, but it depends on what curse or what
energy.
And what
you need to move so you can get
intention.
into the camera.
I have to watch Instagram though, so I just come back and forth. I'll hit the table.
We'll get back to him.
But if it depends on what you put into it, correct? Because if not, it's just still a doll. I mean, a voodoo doll can sit on the table until somebody
gives it energy
and curses it towards somebody, correct?
Right, correct. And why they're small is because you use less pens.
Yeah. and I hope nobody takes this wrong, but just any kind of object. So
any animate object.
So let's say, the cross itself it's a religious symbol. But I don't believe until somebody takes possession of it and puts that belief in it, that it actually has the energy to do what they want it to do.
So as an object, it's just a cross sitting on the table is just a piece of wood.
Exactly.
Until somebody puts that belief into it. Right. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It's like my son passed away at 21. I still have his baseball cap.
Right.
And I hold that cap, and that cap, when I hold it, it's complexicated, but yes, I believe that energy can get into an object, and that object can contain that energy or that power, and it can consistently hold it.
Now, knowing your story, your wife and your daughter, have you been able to reach out to your son through that?
My son is with us all the time. He shows up at my daughter's door constantly. He's standing there. She wakes up. She sees him, and he kind of disappears. He takes things off the wall. It's very, very all right. So this is way off topic, but so
We've been off topic for 20 minutes.
what's our topic? No.
What is the topic
So,
again, guys?
Atlantis.
So when my son passed away, he was 21. But before he passed away, a few days before he passed away, he said to my wife, "Mom, I'm sorry for everything I've done wrong, and I swear to God, I'm going to pay you guys back everything that I owe you." And so after he passed away, and this is totally true, we kept finding stacks of quarter, nickel, dime, pennies all over the place. And we were freaked out. We didn't understand what it meant. And I mean, I would go out onto the patio by the pool, and there would be a stack of coins.
Wow.
And so
That's bizarre.
That's cool.
it freaked me out so bad, but now I understand the phrase pennies from heaven,
Interesting.
which is a whole new episode.
Right.
But no. I believe that they can enter objects to help us, to heal us, to communicate with us. Yeah, so it can be a doll, it could be a cross, it could be anything, but until it's used with energy, it's just an animate object. But I believe all objects can be, used.
Right.
I mean, it's crazy.
Joey has a great coin story.
Yeah, no, I
love
believe
your
in the
story.
pennies from heaven
Oh,
thing, totally.
yeah,
And
totally.
I know I've told the story before, but I'll tell it again just since you brought that up, because it's a billion and one chance that this could happen. And
Are you going to cry?
sometimes I do when I get to it,
fine.
but
That's fine. I almost did right there.
I lost my mom in 2013.
Okay.
And it was a year later. So, because my birthday's in April, and she died in March. But so it was a year later. The place where I worked, at 10 o'clock every day, I would go take a walk around the shopping center. Just the outskirts of a big shopping center. And so every day I would do this. So here it is, my birthday. And I'm taking this same walk, and I come across a penny that's sitting there, and I've always heard that, face up, pick it up. It's good luck. Or if it's
Right.
face down, you just leave it alone, right? So I come across this penny, and it's face up, and so I go, oh, okay, I need some good luck today. So I pick it up, and I look at it, and here's what gets really strange. It was my birth year, a 1958 penny.
Which is not common at all.
No, and not on my birthday, in my path.
Wow.
That's
And
awesome.
so,
Yeah.
That's such a cool story.
We have Into the Pit on the line, and his name is Coyote.
Hey, Coyote. How you doing, man? Welcome.
Did you get it
How you
switched
doing,
over?
Coyote? You with us?
Hey,
hey, there we go.
yeah,
Join
I'm
us,
here.
man.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
So what time is it over there? Oh, is this in Texas? or
Yeah,
Italy?
Texas.
It is 11:45.
Oh, thanks for staying up with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? It's party time. What can I say?
It's always party time.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, Tim's a Texan.
Yeah, I'm from Lubbock. I'm right down the street. Well,
Oh, Lubbock.
yes, sir.
Sweet. And y'all are in Canada?
We were a while ago, but we're back now. Now
We're in Arizona.
We're back in Arizona now.
I'm sorry, what's that?
We're in Arizona.
Arizona. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought y'all said Canada. I was like, what the hell?
I love your accent. You're going to get me talking like my old folks. Every time I pick up the phone,
Hey,
and
you
talk
know
to
what?
my... Go ahead.
I tried to get on with the city of Tucson some years ago, but you never came through. So,
Oh,
you know what? I actually was in the Houston area, and I moved up here to Austin, and I love it up here.
I would love to visit Austin sometimes.
Be cool.
Hey, is
such a
Sixth,
great
is
music
6th
scene.
Street closed?
Yeah, everything down there is closed. It sucks, man.
Yeah, it's too bad.
And I got
I got a buddy of mine from Tennessee that just moved here. He's a comedian, and he wants to do all of Austin. He's kind of stuck right now.
Nobody's laughing.
So now into the pit. You said you knew somebody who had a haunted doll story or had a haunted doll.
Yes, actually, yes, I do. Have y'all ever watched the Haunted Case Files?
I haven't seen all of them, but I have seen some. Yeah.
Okay, do you know who Patrick Cross is?
Can't say I do.
No.
Okay, well, if you look him up on Google, you'll see he's like a really big Canadian, like paranormal guy who's been on different shows and stuff like that on, all those channels and whatnot. But anyway, he's Haunted Case Files, of course, is here in the United States, and he's been on the show, and he has a haunted doll at this moment. And he was on my podcast not too long ago, and he was talking about it. So if you guys are interested, I can actually get him to be on your show.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. It'd be awesome if you call in also, if you could send a picture of the doll or give us any, some information so we could use it next week. That'd be great. Thank you.
So what's your podcast?
Yeah, I have actually two podcasts. I have one that's paranormal and one is like more of a positive vibe type of show.
Nice.
And I've been doing the paranormal for a couple of years now. I mean, I've had Ben Hansen, Daryl Marston, Brandon Alvis. Oh my God! Let's see, Sarah Lemos, Katie Stafford. Shoot, so many guys like from the like Ghost Hunters and from Ghost of Morgan City. In fact, I've had everybody from Ghost of Morgan City on my show.
That's cool.
That's cool.
As of next week, I will have everybody from Ghost Hunters except for Grant Wilson.
Oh, Grant, yeah. Hey, cool. Man, you're going to have to give us your contact information.
Yeah,
We'd like to hook up with you, man. And maybe take a trip to...
yeah.
He said we should take a trip to Austin.
Dude, you're more than welcome. We're fixing to move to the south side of Austin here after this is all over with. But, are y'all interested in being part of a network?
We love networking.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought that's what we were doing right
now.
Well, I'll tell you what. I was part of the Paranormal Buzz Radio Network, and we kind of broke loose. I've got people in California, New York, Utah, Tennessee, all around, and it's growing quicker than we expected. And I'm getting lots of, like famous people on the show, which I didn't have before. So if y'all are interested in doing it, then I'll definitely leave you the contact info.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk off the air.
Yeah, definitely.
And,
what was your name again? I'm sorry.
Coyote.
My name, they call me Coyote.
Well, we are able to get all that information. Miss Shaylin's already got it all noted down. Thank you, Mr. Coyote. And then John actually wants to know if you know anything about El Paso being haunted.
Oh, El Paso, of course.
Ooh, El Paso. Oh, my God. I haven't actually been to El Paso, but I'm pretty sure there's some haunted places around there. But everything I know is either in the Houston area or the Austin area and San Antonio. There's lots of places in San Antonio.
Yeah. What's the hotel, Wendy, that's in El Paso?
My RV.
DeSoto, isn't it? The DeSoto?
DeSoto, I believe so,
yeah.
Yep, yes, DeSoto.
We have people that want to know, Coyote, what your Facebook page is, where they can find you.
Our Facebook? Okay, Facebook. I have actually several. One, we have my personal page, which is Coyote Night, which is spelled Knighd. And we have Pit Paranormal, which is on Facebook as well. And we also have the Vibe Broadcast Network, which is on Facebook.
So, how many followers do you have? Do you mind?
Well, my personal page, the Coyote page, I have almost 5,000.
Wow.
I think I'm only a few away from that. The other ones we kind of just started because we broke away from the other network a couple months ago, and so we started up our pit page and our Vibe broadcast. And so I've got, gosh.
No, that's fantastic.
1,000 something. I don't know.
We just sent you a friend request, so if you wouldn't mind accepting that, we'd like to hook up with you and share some information. But that's very cool.
Sure.
So what's your? I'm going to ask the question if you don't mind.
Yeah, well, you got to.
So what's your craziest experience you had?
Oh my God! Do you know Spring, Texas?
Actually, yes, I do. We have
it's just
family
north
there,
of Houston.
or we did have family in Spring, Texas, that were all killed.
That's another episode.
I don't know if you know about the Stay family.
The Stay family tragedy.
Oh,
That's what they call it. It's
Yeah. So anyway, yes, we know about Spring.
Well, anyway, let me tell you.
So,
There's a house
Baby
in
Fox
Spring.
Italy wants to know, what do we think of the dark side of the moon?
Oh, don't get me started.
Actually, there is no dark side of the moon.
No.
It's all dark.
Go ahead and continue with your story.
All
Sorry about
moon is
that.
dark. But anyway, Spring, Texas. We went to a house that these people were selling, so it was completely empty. And they were having experience after experience after experience. And I had just joined this group, and it was my second investigation. I was walking around upstairs, and mind you, I walk around barefoot if I can help it.
Right.
Bless your heart.
So hey, I hate you. I'm sorry, I hate you.
You can say anything about anybody as long as you say bless your heart. You don't know if it's good or bad.
I hear you. So we're sitting upstairs, and it was me and one other guy, and everybody else was downstairs. I'm sitting on the floor. I'm trying to do an EVP session. I'm asking questions. And I just got through telling the dude that I was up there with that my feet felt like they were on fire. And I thought I just had freaking athlete's feet or something, you know?
You mean foot?
So we go downstairs, and, most of the people downstairs are women. And they said, hey, what happened while you're up there? I said, really, nothing happened. The only thing that happened was my feet felt like they were burning. And they started laughing. And I'm like, what the hell are you laughing about? And they said, oh, well, we've been talking to this little girl named Farmer, and we told her to go up there and tickle your feet. Like, you're full of crap.
We're there. Tell me where this is. We're there.
Spring, Texas, outside of
yeah, right.
Can you go back there?
It's Houston area.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, it's just
Outside
north,
of
just
Sandy
north
and
of
Kima.
Houston. So, anyways, get this. They're playing the video back, and they're showing me what's going on while we're up there. And this light flies around and goes behind me and disappears. And to me, it looks like a butterfly. So I'm thinking, well, big deal. It's a freaking bug,
Yeah.
And this girl that is there, she's got her phone out, and she's recording the actual video on the screen. And as it's going, we're all looking at it, and like, oh yeah, whatever. She posted it online. And we kept showing it over and over again, asking, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And then somebody finally brought the fact that there was a voice. And we're like, what do you mean? And they played it back, and I finally heard it, and it says, that was me.
No, wait. Do that again. Do that again, a little bit slower and a little bit louder. What did it go?
It said, the boy said, "That was me."
Did that just creep you out?
Totally creep me out.
I'm tripping.
She's crippled.
Because this is the deal. Okay, the fact that we got was that there was a black family that lived there. They had been slaves at one time. Anyway, after they had been, after the Civil War and slavery was abolished and all that, they were able to purchase the land that they had been working on. Well, the family that lived there and that owned it originally, they passed away, and their daughter was left to be, she was left on her own, and this family that had bought it, they adopted this girl. Okay, you imagine back in that time, here's a black family that adopted a white girl.
Right.
You don't hear of that kind of thing. But, they loved her like she was their own. And she had passed away on the same land. And her name was Farmer. And that's who the girl was.
That's a great name.
So how old was that house?
So, it's the land itself. That's old.
Right.
The house was built like back in the 70s or 80s. So, hell, I'm older than that.
Wow, that's incredible, man. Hey, man, thanks so much for your story.
Thanks for calling.
We have to take more calls, but
gotta hook up
I will hook
offline.
up with you, man, and maybe we'll do a investigation down there. That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling.
Well, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, let's
In fact,
contact
we can take
offline.
the game.
Thank you, Cody.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank
it,
you.
man.
I'm sorry. What did you say? I'm sorry.
Thank you,
my
Cody.
bad.
Thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it. We appreciate
Okay,
it.
well,
Thank you.
I'll message you.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
absolutely.
Thank
Please
you
do.
so much.
For sure. Thank you.
All right.
All
have a
right,
good night.
man. Y'all have a good.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Do we have another caller?
You guys are running out of time on your road.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Does that mean we're not live
13
anymore?
minutes left.
so you've been recording it. You didn't have to.
You'd have to record. That doesn't mean we're running out of time. We're good. We're still good.
That would have been a nice. I was over here freaking out like we're gonna run out of time.
Yeah, when we do the live thing, we don't have to
we don't
record it.
Oh, cool. This is all recorded now.
Cool.
So, Kylie, you can call back. No, really, Kylie,
that was cool.
man,
That was
thank
great.
you so much,
Yeah,
man.
that was an
very
awesome
interesting. Listen, I have no problem taking this investigation to other places.
Oh, yeah.
If
Oh,
you guys
no.
are interested, I got an RV. We can do it. That's very exciting, and thank you so much for your story. That's incredible.
And thanks for testing out our phones. We know it works now.
Yeah,
That's
they do
great.
work.
And
That's
thank you
awesome.
for bringing back my accent. That was so cool.
Yay!
Going back to Baby Fox Italy, wants to know, what do you think about the dark side of the moon?
Hi, brother.
And do you remember the film Invaders from Mars?
Ooh, that's an old movie.
Yeah, Invaders from Mars.
Yes and no. Go ahead.
Okay.
I was going to say hi to my brother Steve, but yes, in St. George, Utah.
Hi, Steve.
Invaders from Mars. Is that the funny one?
No.
No.
There was two of them, wasn't there? Wasn't there a
What
funny
was
one?
that one? Oh, that was.
That was a John.
What was that? Or Space Clowns? Or no? What was that one from Mars?
That was John Candy.
I think so, yeah.
Something from the Space Concert. That was John Candy, right?
Was it?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Spaceballs.
What
you're
I
thinking-
remember
you're
about the
thinking
one that I
something.
it was
Invaders
the Slim Whitman music made their heads explode. If that's what I'm thinking of. Is that the one?
I give up.
I'd have to look it up again.
I
don't
thought it
know.
was
I
Spaceballs.
remember the movie. I just don't remember what it was. What it was about. 'cause-
John Candy
Invaders
had
from
the.
Mars.
Or was it Chris Farley?
So
I don't know.
I'm gonna go back a minute though. About
Baseballs is amazing.
I love
Don't you remember?
Of course, it was amazing.
That's John Candy,
I
right?
made a Schwartz be with
Yeah.
you.
Well, Spaceballs, yes.
And the computer's jammed. The computer's jammed.
That's a whole nother episode.
But the Spaceballs doesn't have anything to do with Mars.
No, it doesn't.
So
How do
Mars
you get on
Attacks.
Spaceballs?
That's one I was thinking.
Mars
of.
Attacks, right.
Yeah.
But
When he said, "What about Ozzy's bark at the moon?"
Oh, that's an excellent album.
Can we play that?
What about the dark side of the moon, though? What?
Okay,
So
you guys
boy.
go first.
Everybody got a can opener?
And what do you think about
Can.
everybody going over there and seeing what they saw in the 13 lost minutes? 13 lost minutes?
Or of the Apollo
landing?
landing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is another episode.
Oh, yeah, it
But
is.
you guys go ahead and get.
That's
We're so
like-
far off of Atlantis.
That's like
it's
10
ridiculous,
episodes.
isn't it?
Well, Atlantis could have been on the moon.
Oh, there you go. That's where it's gone the dark side of the moon.
Now we've gone to
That's
the
where
dark
Atlantis
side.
is.
All right, so those lost 13 minutes.
No, you guys go first because
I have nothing.
You have nothing about the dark side.
I'm empty. I have nothing.
Can we get another round?
No.
No, you guys need to drive home.
So the dark side of the moon. Listen, there are many. I don't want to go into this because it really is a whole nother topic.
But we had a question from Italy.
What was the question?
What do we think about the dark side of the moon? So what's your
I
opinion?
think it's inhabited by alien forces. I don't believe the moon is real. I believe it's a station that was put there to monitor us because
Death
it has.
Star? Sorry.
Kind of.
I had to go there.
I'm with you on this one, Tim. Let's
Right.
go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe if you look at the science, there's a reason that it is there's no other star system in our galaxy that we have discovered that has a moon quite like ours.
Mm-hmm.
Ours is a certain distance from our planet that has mathematical numbers that equate with the pyramids. If you look at the pyramids and you look at the kilometers from end to end on one side, and you times them by pi or whatever, that's the same distance as the moon. There are just too many.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't get it. There's
crazy
too many
stuff.
things.
So the fact
Well, and
that
that's the same thing with the distance from the.
The moon is hollow. You know that?
Well,
you know that when they crash
Yeah,
that
it
thing
rang
into
like a bell,
It rang
yeah.
like a bell for
Yeah.
3 hours.
Yeah. Well, and the distance of the moon actually corresponds to, because the distance on the pyramids multiplied by a certain amount,
Pi or whatever.
whatever
Yeah,
it is,
yeah, yeah.
is the circumference of the
Circumference
Earth.
of the moon.
Of the Earth,
if,
even.
If
So-
the moon were 2 inches further or closer, we would not have our
gravity.
we wouldn't have anything. And
Helps our tides.
And every crater on the moon is no more than 20 kilometers. They all stop at one level, which people believe that there's a certain point where the crust of the moon is so deep, but once you get to that level, it's hollow and it's a space station.
That's so fascinating.
Oh my God, you guys!
You haven't thought about that before?
Am I the only one that's lost here?
Really? You
No,
haven't
have
heard that one
have
before?
You seen the craters on the moon?
I've seen
That
the
it's-
craters.
that
They're
it's a
all
big-
the same depth.
I've never heard that it was a freaking space station.
John said, "So, what are Tim's thoughts about how the moon affects the tides and the weather?"
Okay, that is what
It's alien.
the aliens brought to this planet. Oh, I'm getting off on a whole different topic.
Well, wait, is this worthy of another top? Is
Oh,
this worthy of
Could
another
be.
episode?
Well, just the whole thing on the
Yes,
moon. I mean, the moon is
absolutely.
I
The
think-
moon is a space station brought here by aliens.
Oh my
I think we
goodness.
absolutely need to do something on this, whether we're talking about just that being hollow or looking into those 13 minutes or something.
Yes.
I've been living
I
under
mean,
a
there's a
freaking
lot
rock.
of info.
No. Bless your heart.
No, honestly, I'd never heard this theory before in my life.
There are total bases on the dark side of the moon.
The only thing I heard was the moon landing was a total fake. But
No,
But that's,
no.
That's not true.
That's not
Okay.
true. We did go there, but we were told never
Right.
to go back because we discovered things that we weren't prepared for, and they blacked them out and photoshopped them out of all.
Yeah,
the-
you just need to check out some of Buzz Aldrin's
yes.
stuff.
really,
Yeah, he's the only one that's been bold enough to really talk about it.
I was gonna buy a beer tonight called Hazy IPA because I'm really
had one of
freaking
those.
hazy on this
Oh,
shit.
man.
I mean, seriously, I've never heard that before in my life.
Oh my
that
God!
the
No,
moon's hollow.
it's the only moon that is geostationary with a planet in our solar system, and it's the only planet that is within us. It's only moon that is within a certain.
And it moved there on its own. I mean, because it used to be.
They thought it hit the Earth and then became part of the.
Yeah,
that's not true.
No.
It's
it's
observatory.
crazy stuff.
It's an observatory.
I still can't get over the fact that it's freaking hollow.
Yeah, you haven't heard that story, huh?
That was the Earth.
So Italy asked that question. I'm curious what their opinion is.
So Italy, what do you know about the moon?
Yeah, no kidding, because I'm freaking blown away here.
All right.
That was great. That was perfect. That was
Do that dance move every single time I hit that button.
This is a very deep space subject.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
Have you never? You know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking
Well,
about.
you guys are obviously.
Oh
on
yeah,
the same
no,
page.
I
I'm the one
love
that's out
that
in left
story,
field.
and
the virus is. You can get out.
The what?
The virus is over. You can get out.
Man.
No, the moon. The moon
Shit,
is
I forgot my mask.
The moon.
Actually, I think he needs to get in and probably read a book or something.
Yeah, read a book.
So seriously,
No,
I mean,
the moon is incredible. I don't believe it's an actual
moon.
It is. It's a state. It's an object that was brought to our galaxy, put in our.
Yeah.
Damn Star Wars.
It could be a portal.
And it's an observatory.
I mean, as far as if it's hollow,
So
it could be that point in space where travelers from everywhere
It's a base
can
station.
just be there.
It's a base station.
And then it's just a hop, skip, and a jump here to the Earth.
There's a reason we've never gone back. All right, I can just say that. And most of the images that we have from there have been photoshopped and taken out. If you
just
want to
like
do your
the
research
images
on this,
of Mars,
Right.
Yes,
have been
exactly,
photoshopped.
Baby
Exactly.
Fox Italy said Invaders from Mars.
Oh yeah, we kind of got away from that.
86 movie.
Invaders from Mars.
Invaders from Mars.
Yeah.
correct.
So I was thinking from Mars Attacks, which was a
Spaceballs
comedy,
was a comedy.
and so was
We're talking-
Spaceballs.
we're talking-
Hold on. Instagram went out again, then we gotta put it back on.
Oh, hold on there, Instagram.
But okay, so if you think about the famous Star Wars quote, "That's no moon, that's a space station."
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what
Where
the
that
moon
came
is.
from.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's
Because
crazy.
no crater on the moon is more than 20 kilometers deep.
Oh, baby Italy again. We just are back.
And
Oh,
then,
we
then when
found
it crashed that thing into the moon, it rained for 3 hours.
Yeah, rained for 3 hours.
we want Baby Italy's opinion on this. Then, you brought up the question. What do we think
and I
about
want to know what
the
the question is about the Mars
Invaders from Mars.
Invaders from Mars, because
Yeah.
Related to, why is that?
that was an '86 movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John
I'm
said,
gonna write
I'm
that
blown
down.
away by the astrophysics theory and the whole Milky Way is hurtling through space.
And that's the whole.
Yeah, I'm calling BS on that too.
You are.
I'll have to check out Invaders from Mars.
We're not
from
moving. The
86.
universe is expanding. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Did you agree with me?
I don't have an opinion on it.
Woman, I'm out of beer. I didn't mean to say that. Did I say that?
That was great. Great, Shay. That was awesome.
I am a woman too.
we have two women on our Tatabian think tank here, and they're
And
both
neither
going to throw
one of
some
them
at
are
you in a
sensuous.
minute.
One's a fighter.
I need one of them to be sensuous.
You're gonna get either a Elysian thrown at you or
really
a
don't care.
big wave thrown at you.
She's gonna hurt
Get
you.
Another one. Lisa can
I've decided to stay tonight. We're just going to do this all night.
Oh,
This is great.
it is. I can start feeling that I turned the air off about 2 hours ago now.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
No, that is another podcast.
Oh, it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we
We
definitely
got
can.
Hollow Earth and we got Hollow Moon.
Oh my God,
Oh yeah.
this is crazy.
Oh, Michelle's got lots of gnomes to make.
My poor mom already has
and their
how
butts
many
are-
boxes of gnomes that she already has. Now she's going to add 60,000 more.
Yeah,
So-
but now she's on a whole different path.
I know. You guys have put her on that path.
So we're going to do a moon episode. I need you to make a gnome with its butt showing.
Yes.
A moon gnome. I like that.
It's called a full moon. A full gnome moon.
That's great. Oh, man.
Probably asleep.
Probably. Huh?
I'm not going home.
It's a Saturday night. What's she up to?
Yeah, everybody
She
should
goes
be
to
sleeping.
sleep at 8:30.
Did we get an answer yet?
Nope.
Okay.
All
I
right.
didn't rejoin, so I might have lost them.
Oh.
Crap.
But we can message them and
Yeah, we can reach out personally. Absolutely.
Yep.
maybe talk with them about the moon.
You can reach us on Facebook at The Truth About Beer and also subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And please do that.
Yes.
If you do nothing else, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And because we've got friends all over the world.
Yeah, we do now.
And would love to
That's great.
be able to go visit you.
And all my friends
so-
from Alien Stories on Facebook, please, please, please come subscribe to The Truth About Beer. And I'd appreciate it. I've got a lot of guys on there that, you know what, you guys are very interested in the same topics that we discuss. So everybody from Alien Stories on Facebook, please, please, please come and
It
subscribe.
costs nothing to subscribe. It's just really clicking on a button and that's
it's a
it.
fingerprint. Why are they laughing?
You know,
Why'd you have to put it that way?
My mom's still up.
Oh, good.
Oh, let's
Good,
take another
Michelle.
call
So
from
I was
Mom.
saying, I'm so
You're
proud of
using-
you, Mom.
You can be busy making noise. So,
She's making notes right now.
So we need about 2,000 gnomes before next week.
doing the episode tonight, there was two words that I wanted to use because, like when we were doing Anunnaki, you thought Anunnaki was so cool. So I got to use the one that I wanted to use tonight, which was the Gobekli Tepe,
right,
which I think is just a great name.
Very cool.
And then the other one I wanted to say tonight was Puma Punko.
Puma Punko.
Yes, I had to say Puma Punko. And the only reason I really wanted to bring up Puma Punko was because they were an ancient civilization that didn't have a written language, or they didn't have a written history.
Right.
Yet they built these blocks.
Blocks. And
each block, I mean, they were precision cut blocks that fit together just like Legos, but better.
Without mortar.
And they were just amazing. So go check out Puma Punko.
Puma Punko.
Yeah, it's awesome stuff.
So
yeah, and actually, there's absolutely no trace of any skeletons or bodies or anything.
No, they just disappeared.
So kind of
the
like the
Mayans.
Mayans.
Like the Mayans.
They disappeared
Right.
off the earth.
Right.
And we've had people, geologists, go over there and try to recreate some of the cuttings and the carvings of these H stones. Impossible.
Yeah, and this isn't like limestone. I mean, this is
it's
the
granite.
hard. It's harder than granite. I can't remember what they called this stuff. The only way it could be cut is with a diamond bit.
And it was
Type
brought from 300 miles away across the river and up a mountain.
Yeah, and each block weighs how many ton?
120 tons.
It's crazy stuff.
It's crazy stuff.
So I got to say it. I'm really
No,
excited.
that's a very interesting topic.
I think we got Baby Fox Italy back, right? Very cool. All right, so they're back again. So what was our question? Their opinion on the dark side of the moon, and
and we were talking about invaders from Mars,
what was the significance of invaders from Mars?
which I'm going to have to check that out. I made notes here. I'm going to check that one out because I don't think I've seen invaders. I mean, it sounds so familiar. It's from '86, which, I mean, most movies in the '80s were either comedies or what would you call them?
Science fiction.
They were fun.
Well, there was science fiction comedies, though,
like The Blob.
Howard the Duck.
Yeah, Howard the Duck was out in the '80s. Howard. Okay.
Oh, don't get me started.
What? I was
I
going
was
to say
thinking
something.
Disco
but
Duck. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying
Disco. Well, you remember Howard the Duck, though, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
I,
but it's the same
I remember
concept.
Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember watching that.
Do you?
Yeah, I watched it with him.
Oh, you let her watch it?
It's not that.
It's not that
Not
bad.
that bad.
That's our next show. We're going to watch Howard the Duck live and take your comments.
No, our next show is going to be about creepy dolls.
Oh,
Yeah,
creepy dolls.
I'm so
Can't wait.
excited. So yeah, let's recap tonight really quick.
Yeah, we should do that.
So we've got a couple of winners, and let's say who those winners are. So for the T-shirt,
T-shirt is Wendy.
Your mic's
I'm not
on.
hearing you. Did you turn your mic down? There we go. Okay.
The T-shirt is Stephanie Brady,
All right,
Stephanie
Congratulations,
Brady.
Stephanie.
and the gnome is Deb Kohlauer.
Congratulations, Dad.
All right, very cool. We got our two winners. That's awesome.
Yay! And we'll be announcing our next
car.
You get
Yeah.
a
You get a
car.
Everybody gets a car. If you subscribe, you get a car.
So hopefully by next weekend, we'll have the details on what you can do to enter our next contest.
Our next contest.
Yeah.
And if you want to buy a gnome or get a T-shirt, you can do so through BS Designs. So we definitely check that out.
And these
on
are
Facebook.
awesome T-shirts.
Yes, they are.
They are. They feel so good against.
Except I need a new one. Oh, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking on our 500 what? Did I miss something?
I know what she's thinking.
Our 500 subscriber, we should have that on the back. YouTube 500th subscriber.
Yeah.
Right? What
The
do you
name.
at, Tim? Did I miss something?
I think we all did. What did you miss?
I know exactly what she's
Lindsay,
talking
what's
about.
going on?
Did I almost hit Tim in the nose? Oh, never mind. Wow. Okay. Anyway, but we digress.
As usual.
What was I?
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. So we'll finalize the prize by next live episode, which will be about the creepy dolls. So make sure you join us next Saturday.
Yes, and if you have any stories about creepy dolls, please share them with us.
Or Bigfoot.
Or Bigfoot.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. In 2
There's
weeks,
so much crap. Anything that's paranormal or
just
out
tell
of
us
the
for
ordinary,
anything.
just share it with us because we want to hear about it.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you taking me on. I really do.
Yeah, and our
This
big
was a
announcement.
pleasure to be
Tim is now on board with us.
Thank you
He's
so
our
much.
another host joining
Thank
us.
you so much.
And don't forget about our Tatabi and crew over here. We got Shaylin, we got Caesar, we got Lindsay, who's not in the view of the camera. She needs to get in the view of the camera real quick.
Lindsay,
Say hi to
thank you so
everybody.
much, man. You're a big.
I'll see that in about 10 seconds.
You won't see that for about 10 seconds, right? So, and everybody watching at home, we really thank you for watching. And,
Thank you, guys.
Over in Italy, we really hope you guys fare well with this virus.
Stay
and
safe.
Hope it's done soon. Because
this is just
our thoughts and prayers are out with you
craziness.
guys for sure.
Till next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all empty, but I'll use both empty bottles.
So till next, we have an ending. We have an ending.
Oh, we have an ending.
Caesar has an ending on there. So
until next time. Yes.
Cheers to you guys at home.
Cheers.
We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Welcome to the truth about beer.